Hello everyone, my name is Demi. Welcome to Celestial Water. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a Spirit Baby pick a pile reading or pick a crystal reading. So I've picked out one of my Spirit Baby poems for each pile. So there will be 6 piles and I'll reveal what your poem is when we start getting into the readings. So for pile 1, this will be your crystal to choose from. So this grey crystal here. They are egg shaped, so my mum bought me these for Easter, so I thought I'd use them for a pick a pile. And then we have this white crystal here. It has like flickers of grey within it for pile 2. This is pile 2's egg. Pile 3, this is your egg, this green one here. And it also has like a black pattern within it. And then pile 4, this crystal here, this dark blue crystal here. Pile 5 will be this a pink. It looks like a rose quartz, but it's also got like a peachy tinge to it. So this color crystal here. And then for pile 6, last but not least, this grey crystal here, and it has these black spots within it. So I'll leave a photo within the thumbnail and I'll let you guys meditate and feel which crystal or which pile you're most drawn to. And then we're going to hop right into the reading. So we're going to start with pile 1. So those of you who chose this grey crystal here, this is your pile. I'm going to leave this crystal over here and then we're going to hop right into the reading. So your poem says... Mummy's physical twin with a bit of daddy thrown in. Avatar vibes, my eyes are rather wide, but not doe-eyed. There's nothing naive about me. I see, I know, I believe in Earth's many mysteries. Archaeology is cool, that may be what I do. I love to dig and bury things. Keep an eye on your purse and keys. Oh, that reminds me, hide and seek. Little Bo Peep. I'll point and wave every time I see sheep. Toy Story is one of my favourites. Promise we'll watch it someday. While I was reading this, I was hearing Turn It Down. So I have like some meditation. It's a dolphin and whale sounds playing. I love having that playing when I'm doing Spirit Baby readings. But they asked me to turn it down. It feels like a very divine feminine energy, like a little girl energy. But this is a general reading. But that is what is coming through firstly. I'm also being shown the pyramids of Giza. And I'm hearing Egypt, but ancient Egypt. So this is what this Spirit Baby saw, who they feel very, very connected to. Those of you who feel connected to Egypt, that's what they are saying. Some of you guys could be from Egypt. Maybe that's where your bloodline or your heritage is from. I want to get a few more poems for pile 1. And this Spirit Baby, they are going to look very, very model-like. There's something striking. They're using the word striking about their appearance. So as it says on the poem, avatar vibes, and their eyes are rather wide. So there is something that's going to be big about their eyes, but very, very alien-like. So they are going to look, I'm hearing starseed. They're going to look like a starseed. So they're going to look very otherworldly. And as if they're like, don't necessarily belong to Earth. This is very like kind of, I'm being shown space, like outer space, like this kind of energy in the way they look, in their physicality. They could also be like very, very tall, and maybe you're like very petite. You and your partner could be like quite on the shorter side, or it's going to be the opposite. If you're very, very tall, they could be shorter. They could be very petite. I feel like there's something about them that's going to look different. They're going to look like they're the black sheep. That's like the kind of energy that is coming through. Doesn't necessarily mean they will be the black sheep, but they're going to look like the black sheep. They could look very different to you and your partner as well, because I'm like seeing a couple and you're both like, oh, I wonder what they're going to look like. You're trying to work it out, and maybe some of you guys have even put your face together with your partner's face in like you know, like an AI app. Some of you guys could have done that to try and work out what they're going to look like. That's coming through for somebody, and it's like they're going to come out looking completely different, like you couldn't have pictured it, but obviously they're going to look even more beautiful than you could have imagined or visualized. We have here 10-10 completion. I may be a tad overdue, but that doesn't bother you. Everything in divine time. You and Daddy are big believers in God's design. I am too. It's one of the many reasons I chose you. My soul needs to be guided along to my heart's unique song. Turtles will be my spirit animal at first. Slowly but surely wins the race. No competition. Freedom is the aim. You guys could be seeing 10-10 everywhere. I feel like I need to catch a breath. That energy is coming through. Some of you guys could have just done the London Marathon. The London Marathon is coming through, or maybe you watched it. It was on recently when I'm recording this, but maybe you guys watch it, or maybe you go running a lot. Like you and your partner could be like gym people. You could go together, or you could go running like in the morning or the evening. That's coming through for somebody. I was like trying to like catch a breath. So maybe you guys are after a workout, you kind of have to sit for a bit. And I'm seeing someone now, like you're down in your water, and it's in one of those flasks. You know those flasks where it keeps the water cool or it can keep it hot. One of those flasks is coming through. Kind of looks like a metal flask, and you unscrew it. So that's coming through for someone. But you could be seeing 1010 everywhere to mark the fact that you guys haven't just closed out a cycle, but you have completely completed it. You've left the karmic trenches and you're now walking into your destined timeline. For a lot of you, you already be within your destined timeline when you're watching this reading. Can I get one more poem for pile 1, please, Spirit? One more poem for pile 1. Thank you. We have here unicorns and fluffy bunnies. My personality is cheeky and funny. Charity shops and hand-me-downs. When I dress myself, I look a right clown, but it turns everyone's frown upside down. A ray of sunshine, Granddad calls me. I could play the main role in a movie. Always putting on a show and ever so groovy. Again, with this poem here, it's bringing through like a divine feminine energy, like a little girl energy. That's what's coming through. So you guys could really enjoy going thrifting, or maybe this is the grandparents because the granddad was coming through. You could enjoy going thrifting. I'm also being shown someone with a lottery ticket. So maybe this is you, your partner, or the grandparents could love doing the lottery, and maybe you've actually won. It could have been, I'm getting like, it may not necessarily been a windfall, but you could have won a significant amount, or maybe someone in your family, or this is just the energy of your family. You could be rich in the spirit, rich in the blood is what I'm hearing. The spirit baby is saying rich in the blood. You guys have this energy of abundance about you. If this is not you, this is the grandparents that is coming through. Maybe the grandparents are quite well off and they could have like their own home, this deck here. And maybe this is what you and your partner are working towards, to have your own home that is paid outright, is what I'm hearing. What else do pile 1 need to hear for this spirit baby reading? Can I get a few cards for pile 1? Thank you. We have here, Archangel Jophiel says your solar plexus chakra is blocked. Focus on you so you can be more calm and positive. So you guys are being asked to work on your solar plexus energy. This could also be to do with your willpower. So maybe this is what they're wanting you to tap into, the fact that you have stepped into your destined timeline. Maybe some of you guys don't believe it, but you have. And you're about to move more into your lucky era, but it's not luck. It's the inner work that you've done. This is spiritual inheritance. That's what is coming in. And this could, you could also look up to grandparents or like elders within your ancestry, but they would have been here in the physical and you would have known them. Could be significant grandparents or great grandparents that you really looked up to. Maybe this is even your parents, and it'll be the spirit baby's grandparents, because they're pointing to granddad like this is going to be my granddad. So this is going to be your parents that you really look up to. You guys could come from a family where the men work very hard. I'm hearing Polish, that is coming through for someone, Polish, but they work very hard, and this is where they feel like the man. This is where they feel like this is their purpose, to work hard. That's coming through for someone. So you come from that bloodline where the men, the masculines, are that divine masculine energy. If you are not, this is what you have healed and this is what you've overcome. Or you guys could be with a partner, the male, the divine masculine energy, could be very big on working hard, and this is how you bring in abundance. This is how you bring in the money. Obviously, they're also going to be working smart, but they're very big, and you need to put the work in. That's what I'm hearing. You need to put the work in if you want to see the results. This is what is coming through. But it's particularly with the divine masculine energy. We have here, it's okay to cry when you're feeling sad. You'll feel so much better after. I feel like those of you who are women who are watching and you're into men, you're in the divine masculine, you've chosen very well. The spirit baby is pointing to the male or the divine masculine energy. You've chosen very well, because they're going to have your back and you can rely on them. They're very responsible, but they're also not afraid to tap into this energy. And being shown the rock when he's dressed in the tutu and he's doing like a tea party with his daughter. It's that kind of energy, like a man who's like the alpha male. They don't have to be like coming online speaking and shouting, ranting and raving. They're an alpha male. You feel it in their energy and you can see it within their eyes and within their spirit. But they're also very tapped into their divine feminine energy. They feel like they're in union. They're very much in union with both sides of themselves. So they could well do this if this is a little girl coming through, because this is what I've been feeling. They could dress up in like tutus or wear like fairy wings. Now I'm seeing a man who's kind of like, he's kind of like dench, has a lot of muscles, and he's got these fairy wings on. They're obviously too tight and they're about to snap and they don't fit properly. That's coming through for someone. What else, Spirit? It's a very protective energy. So those of you that are the divine feminines, you've chosen very well. What else, Spirit? This one here, this could also be like the patterning you've broken, because there's so many times like within families and within bloodlines where the women have chosen the wrong man. Maybe he was abusive, maybe he didn't do much, and she had like another child. She had the children and then another child to take care of. It's that kind of energy. So you guys could have broken that patterning or broken that curse, I'm hearing. We have Our Lady of Truth. Yeah. You're not afraid to say what it is that you want. and what you deserve. So you have a very powerful throat chakra, who this pile is for, particularly the divine feminines. You are in your anointing, you have your crown on, so you're very much stepped into your destined timeline. This is the energy coming through, and you are like pulling in at present a lot of abundance, because you're that magnetism. You stepped into that magnetism. You're sitting on your throne and you're sitting pretty, and things are coming in for you now. If they're not, they're about to, but you would have been doing this work. I'm not talking to someone who's still sitting in the karmic trenches and isn't doing the spiritual work and taking that discipline that you need to be doing. You'll be doing the work. You'll be taking heed when it comes to the Most High and your ancestor and your spiritual core. You'll very much be aware of your purpose. I'm staring at the eyes here. Some of you guys could have blue eyes, or maybe this is your partner. But again, there's something significant about this spirit baby's eyes. They're going to be huge. You see here how the eyes are huge and they're not even open properly. It's like she's kind of she's looking downwards. They're not fully open. Like this spirit baby's eyes are going to be huge. And again, if you look at the nose, and they're very, very long, so they could have like a longer head shape. You know, some babies have a very, very round head. They could have like an oval head shape. That's what is coming through. But again, I'm hearing avatar, so there's something significant about their avatar and their physical vessel, and the fact that they're going to look very, very otherworldly. I keep staring at the hoops, the hoop earrings. Maybe you guys wear like earrings like this. You could really love wearing hoops. I'm hearing bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. Bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. That's where it's coming through. We have here Our Lady of Love, and that flew out with Our Lady of New Vision, as you've stepped into your destined timeline. If you haven't, you're about to. You've completely activated your heart, and the fact that the heart is an electromagnetic field. And if you're a woman, you have a heart and you have a womb, you have two hearts. It's like you're using both of them in unison. You've tapped into the fact that you are a portal, you are a powerhouse, you're a gateway for the Most High God to be bringing his greatest gift through. You guys could be seeing doves or birds, but particularly white birds, and you could be seeing them in twos. Maybe those of you who haven't even met this person yet, this divine masculine, this is your confirmation. They will be coming through and you will choose well. I'm hearing I'll be damned if I pick the wrong partner to be having children with. You'll be choosing well. We're having, like, if you've already got children and you've learnt that lesson, we're having them with a karmic partner. Going forward, you're going to pick the right person who's going to be there for you and your children. And you could also be having more children with this person. Some of you guys in this lifetime, you could have up to 6 children. I'm getting 4 and 6 specifically, so you could have like a big family. That could have been a dream of yours. Again, I just keep staring at all of the eyes, and you see here on this pile, the eyes are slightly open. This one, they're completely closed. So you guys are people who like enjoy meditating and going within. This spirit baby is going to be the same way inclined, but they're pointing to the eyes and they're saying they may sleep with the eyes kind of slightly open. You know, sometimes people sleep and it looks like their eyes are still open. It will be slightly, or they could sleep with like one eye is like that and one eye is open. But there's something significant about the eyes that keep coming through. And we see we have 2 set of birds down here, 2 set of birds up here. So I feel like you guys will be seeing birds everywhere in twos, particularly white birds. This deck here. What else needs to come through for pile 1? Thank you. We have Sanat Kamara and Green Tara. Light activation, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. This spirit baby is very, very tapped in and connected to ascended masters, to the astral realm and to ascended masters. So they could be very, very good when it comes to like dream recall, remembering their dreams and remembering their astral travels. They could wake up and tell you about them at a very young age when they can start speaking. That's coming through. And there's something about them when they're a baby, like when they're asleep, you're going to see their eyelids kind of like moving. When they're in the REM sleep, like the deep sleep, the eyelids are going to be moving. You're going to be sitting there watching them smiling, just looking at their like baby face, and you're like, I wonder what they're dreaming about. And then when they get older, they're going to start telling you. I feel like this would still happen when they're young, like when they're a toddler age, the eyes will be moving around, and their soul's travels are very, very powerful. They're very busy. They're a busybody. On the other side, that's the energy coming through. So Sanat Kamara, I actually called in this Ascended Master and Ascended Master Hilarion before I started this reading. So a Sanat Kamara could be around you guys at present. He is connected to the 144,000 frequency, so the chosen ones and the anointed ones, those who choose to claim heaven on earth, those who choose to rise up and claim their crown that the Most High God has for them. The spirit baby could be born with a significant mark that could actually be like a letter or a word in another language. I'm hearing Sanskrit. That's coming through for someone. We have Green Tara, Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Yeah, you're stepping into your abundance. Look at all this green. And look at all this colour. You stepped into your abundance. I feel like you guys would be a magnet for spirit, like very high-end spirit guides. So this as well could be Ascended Masters. Will want to be working with you guys at present. And you'll be very, very connected and tapped into your spirit baby. So you could be seeing them, you could be dreaming of them, you could be going around with them in the astral. Like you guys could be, I'm hearing like taking trips and road trips. You could be doing stuff like that within the astral. I feel like you guys will be dreaming of giving birth, dreaming of pregnancy, dreaming of breastfeeding. Or if you're the divine masculine energy watching, you could be dreaming of your partner doing this. But that's coming through for someone. Again, I'm staring at the earrings and I'm staring at the jewelry. So maybe you guys really enjoy the finer things in life and you're really particular about your jewelry. That's coming through. Or this is just that confirmation you'll be able to buy yourself and treat yourself to like proper gold jewelry or jewelry that has like emerald. I'm hearing gems and jewels and diamonds. You'll be able to afford this one day. Maybe this is what the divine masculine energy, the man, likes to gift the divine feminine within the connection. Because I'm hearing promise ring. So it's like the child, like the little girl energy that's been coming through will also get a promise ring. We have rainbow. So it's like you've literally found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And this is after a lot of trials and tribulations. This is after a lot of challenges. Because again, you're someone who has risen up from hell. Pulled yourself up from the karmic trenches. You're that generational curse breaker. And you're now that generational starter. So you're going to be starting new cycles and patterns that are connected to the new dawn. So humanity as a whole, we are moving into the new dawn. We're moving into more and more people waking up to the illusions and the crap that has been going on in this world. And walking a more authentic path and connecting more to the heart, to Christ consciousness. This is what you guys have been doing. So you set the way and you set the path. These spirit babies coming through. Some of you guys could also be coming from LGBTQ community. We have here dinosaur. So you could be seeing dinosaurs everywhere. I do feel there is also like a boy energy coming through, but the divine feminine energy is very strong within this pile. What else, Spirit? Obviously, it's a general reading, so we're going to have both genders going to be coming through. But even like men, it's not just women who will hold that divine feminine energy. Boys can also hold the divine feminine energy. It can also be very strong within them, particularly when they're younger, and then maybe when they're a teenager it can shift. Like we're always shifting between which energy we're more connected to and which energy we are using. But at the core of us is always going to be that stronger one. So with me, I'm more connected to the divine feminine energy. But some women feel more connected to the divine masculine energy. They could be like that go-getter, that go. They could be that hard worker. We have signs. So you guys could be seeing a baby on board. Signs everywhere. Like literally, I'm hearing everywhere. You guys could be being slapped in the face with this sign right now. Even if you're not in your car, like behind another car. So I'm being shown a motorway. So for a lot of you, this will be when you're in traffic. You're noticing it all the time. And then once you notice one, it's like 4 more cars go past. And it has a baby on board sign. For someone, it could have like a multiples or a twins on board. Something like that is coming through for someone. But it's also like when you're walking and a car goes past or they're just parked. You're seeing some signs on cars, like in the back of the car. And they're bringing up when I went for a walk a few weeks ago and there was a car parked and it had like a sticker on the back of it that said, it said something like live your life, something like that. And then also on the side of it had these 2 turtles, these blue turtles. I do believe that, did it come up? Yeah, they're saying it came up on one of the poems. Yeah, turtles will be my spirit animal at first. That's why they're bringing that memory up. So you guys could be seeing like stickers, like turtle stickers on cars. That's coming through for someone. Maybe you have one on your car. Hot air balloon. So this is that confirmation you have ascended, you have moved up. You've done a lot of work in lifting your vibration. I feel like a lot of you will be glowing more at present. For those of you who are women who will be pregnant, you're going to have that pregnancy blow. I said blow. And they were trying to do an innuendo there. So for a lot of you that are pertaining to your intimate life, they're saying that's how they're going to conceive. They're trying to give you tips here on how that they're going to conceive. You need to be very, very wet down there. And they're talking about how it's going to be extremely intimate, like you're making love. It's not just like sex or like fucking. It's not rough when they're conceived. It's like you and your partner, you are making love. That's coming through for someone. We have here sandbox. You could be seeing like images of footprints everywhere. That's coming through for someone. Maybe some of you live near a beach. You could be from where there's a lot of beautiful beaches, like Australia. They're also putting parts of the US in my head. One more sign for pile 1, please, Spirit. One more sign for pile 1. Thank you. We have lion. So this could be a summer baby, a Leo baby. Maybe you and your partner are Leos. You could be summer babies yourself. That's coming through. So not going to be afraid to be stepping in the limelight and putting themselves out there. I do feel like for some of you, your children could be more like introverted in nature. And I really do feel like you're going to push them. Be like, go, like go make friends. Go try new things. You want them to not be afraid to step out into the world and be confident and be who they truly are. This deck here. Nope, they say no with that one, but they want to get a divine door. So can I get a divine door for pile 1? Thank you. We have here secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories in sketches for others to find. So you guys could be big on drawing. Maybe I'm hearing a cartoonist, but this could also be a purpose of this spirit baby. I'm seeing scribbles, so I feel like all of the scribbles and drawings that they do, you're going to be like putting up loud and proud all around your house. You could have them on the fridge, or you could also, if there's like a stack of them, you could keep them and put them in a folder and put them away, because I feel like some of you guys don't, you need to have your house in a particular way. It's like very, very modern look and everything has its place, but you could always keep them and you put them in a folder and they have their particular drawer, but you keep everything that your baby does. And I feel like this is very, very true for those of you where this is your first child, or this is your first child with this person. If you already have a few children, you've met somebody new, this is your person, you'll be doing that with them, because this could be their first child. But you have this blue door here. So blue, the color blue could be very, very significant, like a favorite of yours. Also, it's connected to Archangel Michael and the throat chakra. And again, I feel like you guys have a very powerful throat chakra because you're standing in your power and you're not afraid to say it how it is. Like, speak your truth and share your truth. This is what you're going to teach these spirit babies coming through, and this is what they need for their lifetime, because they need to be stepping up into a more authentic path. Maybe in past lives they had issues and woundings with this, like you did. Because again, they're pointing, they're like, you're ahead, like you showed the way. You're going to show them the way. You're going to guide them and lead them properly. But that's all the messages coming through for pile 1. I hope that did resonate with somebody out there. If you did want a personal reading, my I was going to say my website will be in the description below. Okay, pile 2. Welcome to your pile. So you chose this white crystal here. So I'm going to leave this over here for you guys. We're going to get right into it. So your poem says, "Oh, ouch, Mother Nature's pouch. Drip, drip goes the bloody tap. Mummy, I know you find this time of the month a drag. Moontime will pour, so moan no more. I'm almost at the door. Prop it open, put the kettle on. It won't be long till you're making my bottles whilst humming along to a sweet song." So the spirit baby is giving you that confirmation. They will be coming through very, very soon. Some of you guys could be dreaming of doors, or maybe you're just seeing images of doors everywhere. They do also want me to start for you guys with a divine door. So we're going to start with a divine door for your message. I'm also hearing again. So maybe as like a toddler, you guys could already have kids who are in the toddler stage. When you do something that they like, they could ask you to do it again. They could be like, again. So you could like pick them up and swing them around, and they could be like, again. You're like, you have to distract them with something else so they don't keep asking. That's coming through for somebody. So what do pile 2 need to hear? Can I get a divine door? I think that was quick. See, they're coming through, and they're coming through fast for this pile. Bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So you guys could be people who use sage and Palo Santo to cleanse your space and to cleanse your home, your house. You could be within the spiritual community, either professionally, or you are on that path and you use certain spiritual tools like this. You could also have like your own tarot cards and oracle card decks. I was about to say arrow for some reason. Oracle card decks as well. So maybe you're seeing images of arrows everywhere. You could also have like a tattoo that's on your shoulder, maybe your partner's shoulder, or you're going to see this after this reading. Someone has like an arrow and like a cupid on their shoulder. That's coming through for someone. But this is the door. And I'm hearing you've knocked down those walls. You've knocked down those walls and those borders, and you've removed them off your path. So your path could have had a lot of obstacles and challenges that you guys were seeing. You were like, right, let's get a plan. Let's get a strategy in place. And you've done that. I'm seeing Ganesh. So you guys could feel very, very connected to Ganesh. But that's that confirmation that your road has now opened and your path is now clear. So it's now divine time for this spirit baby to be coming through for this group. Let's get you another spirit baby poem. So can I get 2 more spirit baby poems? Pile 2. They've given 3. Okay, so the first one here says, "Ribbit, ribbit went the tiny frog as he hopped along and over a log. Don't look, Mum, it might make you sick. Many textures and smells are being repelled. I know you don't like slime, but I will once Earthside. It's fun and gooey, stretchy too. I'll also enjoy throwing things in the loo. You'll want to scream and shout, but instead you'll laugh it out. No one can stay mad at my cute face. At least that's what Auntie says." So again, you guys could be seeing like frogs everywhere or frog signs. Some of you guys could already have a child and they could be quite young. Like they could be in their first year, and maybe then you get pregnant again very, very quickly. Some of you guys would be planning this and were expecting this. Others of you won't be. So they're saying be careful if you don't want a child too soon, right after the next one that's coming through. For some of you guys, I feel like you and your partner will have different accents, and maybe like the mother tongue is different in you and your partner. That's coming through for somebody. They're reminding me, this group of spirit babies, to play the meditative music I was playing. So I love listening to, I have it quite low when I'm doing spirit baby readings. I listen to like dolphin and whale music. I just have it in the background. And in saying that, this poem that has also flown out here for pile 2 is: dolphins and whales and mystical tales, the voice of a siren, but I won't lead sailors to the depths. Angelic and heaven sent, waiting for me is time well spent. I hear you singing me songs, do you hear me humming along? I send signs through sound waves, music is ever so powerful, it gets people dancing the night away. Like you and mummy on that beautiful day, up on Primrose Hill by the yellow daffodils. Some of you guys could be from London. And maybe you visited London. This could have been where you met your person and you've always wanted to travel there. But London is coming through as significant. So some of you guys could live there. You could reside there. Dolphins and whales. I do feel like listening to dolphin and whale music. This is going to help you connect to your womb if you're the woman here. But it's also going to assist you in connecting to your spirit baby, because they reminded me. So they wanted it playing in the background as well. And I do feel like dolphins and whale music. I feel like just the sound you'll be listening to, like dolphin or whale sounds when you are pregnant and the baby's in the womb. And they're going to be properly like kicking. And I'm also getting like a flutter, like a fluttery energy coming through. But they're going to kick. You'll be like, whoa, like when they start kicking within the womb. It's going to be very, very powerful, particularly when you play them certain sounds and when they hear certain people's voices. That's coming through is very, very significant. They could also be doing something with their voice in this lifetime, like be like a singer or work in the music industry. I've also been shown a piano, so there may be a certain instrument that they want to play that includes the piano. I wanted to say industry, so again they're confirming for a lot of them they will be working within the music industry. We have here, I feel like some of you guys as well, you're going to be singing. Maybe this is you or your partner, but you're going to be singing to the baby while they're in the womb. It's very, very significant with this pile they're bringing through, with the fetus being in the womb. So again, they're confirming they're going to be coming through soon. And they're coming through fast. We have the crow and the raven. I will be a safe haven. A healing is in sight, I believe, with all my little might, and give the non-believers a big fright. A creature of the night, a witch, a ghoul. Why are people so easily fooled? I'm a lover, not a fighter, but don't judge what you won't understand. Sometimes my soul feels foreign to this land, but it's all part of a divine plan to not fit in until I meet my true kin. This group of spirit babies coming through for this pale, they're going to be on that pathway of the yellow brick road. They're showing me the yellow brick road, so they're just going to be on that pathway to their authenticity, but they are going to be on a certain pathway of ascension. That's going to be different for all of them, but you guys as well, you would have been on this pathway to ascension. But I feel like this spirit baby is something about them taking it to the next level. And obviously with each generation they're supposed to be more evolved and be connecting more to their soul and reaching that enlightenment more than the next generation, because obviously each generation is born into a different level of consciousness, and right now the consciousness on the planet, it has risen up. The divine feminine energy has been rising and the divine masculine energy is now playing catch up. So there's all these powerful energies going on, and the fact that we're all working to move towards the new dawn and move out of this hell that humanity has been in for a while. So it's like we're closing out cycles that are connected to the dark ages, and the spirit baby for this group, they're bringing this through. So they're going to take it very, very seriously. They're going to be very disciplined when it comes to their spiritual path. They have a lot of answers to a lot of mysteries and a lot of questions that you guys will have and your partner will have. They're going to have a lot of answers for you. Which this pile here, this deck here. So what else does pile 2 need to hear? Can I get a few messages please from this deck? We have, we're busier over here in the 5D than you think. Just because you can't see it in the 3D, it doesn't mean you can't believe it. Trust us. They're coming through. They want you to have faith and trust. They're coming through. Some of you guys could have been trying to conceive for years. I'm talking years. Like some of you, unfortunately, it could have been like a decade where you've been on this fertility journey. Maybe some of you have experienced a few miscarriages. They want you to trust that you are destined to be a parent. They will be coming through. I'm hearing sometimes shit happens and it has no reason. Sometimes things and horrible experiences do just happen and they have no reason. This is the thing. When we incarnate, when our soul incarnates, we take that risk when you come into this earthly realm, because it's a density, it's the physical, and it is an earth school. And we have free will, and other other people have a free will, so you never know like what other people are going to do to you. You just have control over how you're going to respond and how you're going to react and how you're going to pull yourself up and move forward. They're bringing this through again. They have a lot of answers for a lot of things, and they really understand both the 3D and the 5D. So they're going to be that powerful manifester. They're going to know how to bring things to fruition, how to literally pull things from the spirit realm and put it into this density, into this physical. They're going to make something of themselves, they are saying. For some of you guys, you could have up to 4 children in this lifetime. For some of you, you and your partner could come from different races, and you could have mixed race children. They could be of a mixed heritage, I'm hearing. And maybe some of you already have a child, and this was with a partner who's of a different race, so your children could look different from each other, or you could be adopting or fostering children. We have summer. So summer is very significant when it comes to conception, or when it comes to the due date of this child. You guys as well could also be summer babies. In the UK, obviously, when I'm recording this, it's spring, but we're moving into summer. So again, I feel like these spirit babies are going to be coming through fast for this pile, for pile 2. Some signs. They want to get some signs for you guys to look out for that you could be seeing at present. We have flower gardens. You could be seeing flowers everywhere. Also the butterfly. Staring at the butterfly on this card here. Again, London. The spirit baby keeps pointing to London. Maybe you guys live in a big city, or you're from a big city. Could be London or like London. We have ballet. So there's ballet coming through. You guys could have done this when you were a child, when you were younger. But with this card, I'm getting a graceful energy coming through with this child coming through. They're very, very graceful. They're very gentle. They can be boisterous, but it's given also like, it's like the best of both worlds. They can also be very sweet and very gentle, very caring. They're going to be very, very thoughtful. And I feel like you guys and your partner are the same way inclined. We have pink. So this could be a little girl that is coming through. But there's a pink energy. Again, pink is very like romantic and graceful. And you think of attraction when you see the colour pink. But also it is connected to girls. What else, Spirit? Pink could be like very heavily within your aura at present. We have bumblebees. And this is that sacred energy again. So it's that vibration. I feel like your vibration is at a level where you're attracting. You're in your attraction era where you're just sitting pretty. I'm being shown Marilyn Monroe. So it's that main character era that you guys have stepped into. Maybe you're fans as well of Marilyn Monroe. I'm now being shown Forbes under 30. So some of you guys could be very successful at a very, very young age. Forbes under 30. For some of you, you or your partner or someone within your family could have a stutter, but also I'm hearing Tourette syndrome. I don't feel like it would be you watching. I feel like it's someone within your family. It could be, but there's this family link. They're showing me this family link coming through. What else, Spirit? This one. We have baby toys. I always recommend to buy a physical gift or item for your spirit baby, because this can assist you in connecting with them and assist in anchoring them more to your energy field and to this physical world. But that's coming through. Some of you guys could have bought a rattle for your spirit baby, or maybe you saved something from when you were a child for your child in the future, and it's wooden. Like it's wooden. It's like a rattle I'm being shown. Could also, I'm staring at this doll. It could be one of those dolls, you know, like I think they're the Russian dolls where you open it and then there's a smaller doll inside. Then you open that one, there's an even smaller doll inside. That's coming through for someone. And when you put them on the side, they're kind of like they can wobble. They can move by themselves. That's coming through. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more sign for pile 2? We have dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, because your spirit baby is visiting you and connecting with you within your dreams. This is one of their favourite things to do, to connect with you within your dreams. But they're assisting you in casting out the doubt. They're letting you know they will be coming through, but it's all on God's time. And yes, delays do happen. So you also want to be casting away the energy and the spirit of delay, because you are destined to become a parent. So you want to be praying, and you want to be rebuking that energy of the spirit of delay, and now be stepping into that divine time. It's now divine time for you and your spirit baby to be coming into union, for them to be joining you in this physical reality. But do pay attention to your dreams. Remember to write them down when you wake up. Even when you wake up in the middle of the night. So if you're someone like me, I write my dreams down on my phone. So obviously in the middle of the night, you don't want to like go on your phone and like blind yourself. Right? So you want to keep like a notepad for when that happens, when you wake up, and you can jot them down. So then when you do wake up in the morning, it will trigger that dream recall and that memory. All of these, yes. We have here Queen of Swords, 3 of Coins, Knight of Cups. Again, you've got the bees. Bees are significant. So this has come through twice. You could be seeing buzzy bees everywhere. But obviously, like I said, I'm recording this in spring. We're about to move into summer in the UK. So there's something significant about spring and summer. Even if where you're living, it isn't spring and summer, but this is what you're moving into when it comes to yourself. Like internally, you're moving into your spring and summer, which is why you're in this attraction energy. So that's coming through for someone, but you could be seeing bees everywhere. But this is just that confirmation. You've pulled yourself up to a sacred vibration, and you've been taking spiritual work and your sacred work very, very seriously. I feel like you guys will be speaking to more and building more of a connection with your ancestors. That's coming through for someone. So maybe you have an ancestral altar within your home, or you could be visiting a grave more, because now being shown a grave and it's like you're leaving trinkets and like little gifts for your passed over loved ones. You could be like hearing them more and seeing them more. I feel like a lot of you, there's a certain photo of a passed over loved one. It's particularly as a family connection. They keep showing me this cord to family. It's a family connection, a passed over loved one. You stare at their photo all the time. It's like on your mantelpiece on the front room, and it's like in eye view, so you always see it. And it's like they're following you around the room, but it makes you feel like they're with you and they're watching you and they're protecting you from the other side. They are. They want you to know they are. We have here Queen of Swords. There's this powerful energy that is about you guys at present. I'm just drawn to this this headpiece, this golden headpiece that is going over the third eye. So I feel like you're very, very connected to yourself and to your Akashic records. Spirit is saying your soul's records of who you came to be in this lifetime. And you're stepping into that energy now. So you guys could be working on your boundaries and putting these firm boundaries up. When I see a sword, I always think of Archangel Michael. So I do feel like you guys will have Archangel Michael very, very presently around you guys right now. He's assisting you with cutting down a hedge. He's assisting you with cutting down a hedge. That could be very literal for some of you. You could be doing like work in your garden right now and there's this big tree and you're like, oh. It's like you have to take it on. It's like you chop it down. You're like, I've literally done nothing. It hasn't done anything. You could be feeling that way inclined. But this is also speaking about how he's helping you to cut down hedges that are on your path that were kind of blocking your view. And there's like these bushes and the hedges. You're chopping through them now. You're cutting them back and you're making your own path. And now you can see where you were going. You can see where you're headed. That's coming through for someone. You could be seeing stars everywhere as well as a sign. And then we have here the Knight of Cups. And straight away I'm drawn to the shark. That is here on his shirt. So you guys could be seeing like little boys everywhere who have like sharks or dolphins with on their clothes. That's coming through for someone. Also dinosaurs. Again, you see here how he's got like water going around him. I saw this water on the shoulder. I saw it as like a head. So there's this passed over loved one, a spirit guide who's been watching you guys, who's assisting you in coming into your joy. They want to see you happy. They want to see you at peace. They want to see you stepping up into your joy. They want to hear your laugh. They want to hear you laughing more. For a lot of you, this could be a son that is coming through. Some of you guys could already have a son as well. And for those of you who already have a son, your son could be on the spectrum. He could have autism. That's coming through for somebody. And maybe he really enjoys like feeling water. Could enjoy the texture of water, like running the tap and just putting the hand or stirring at the water. That's coming through for somebody. Again, I'm staring at the outfit and it's like a t-shirt and shorts. So there's something very significant about summer coming through with this pile here. So let's get a few cards from this deck for pile 2. What do pile 2 most need to hear right now, Spirit? This one. We have faith, humanity and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. There's something about you guys seeing. You're seeing with your heart more. Maybe in the past you saw more of your logical mind. Now you're seeing with your heart more. And this needed to happen before the spirit baby could come through. Again, they're asking you to have faith and to trust that they will be coming through. You are destined to be a parent. They will be joining you in the physical. What else, Spirit? Faith is also the counterpart of Archangel Michael. So again, Archangel Michael is coming through. That could be that nod and that confirmation that you and your person are counterparts. Or you will be having a child with your counterpart, with your divine counterpart. Thank you. We have Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. This is what you guys are doing. You could be seeing angel wings, something about an angel wing tattoo that you or your partner could have. I feel like this spirit baby, they're going to be very, very connected to Archangel Michael. Maybe you will, if it's a boy, name them like Michael or a name that begins with an M. And also, I'm hearing martyr. So maybe you're going to teach them like not to be a martyr and not to always be like willing to like jump. I'm seeing them kind of jump in front of somebody else who's about to have like a bullet enter them, not be willing to give their life for other people, but they could be that way inclined. This could also be you guys are always extending your hand. You need to also learn to be a bit selfish sometimes and focus on yourself, because when you give too much, you're then going to have an empty cup and you're going to have no more to pour into other people and then no more to pour into yourself. That's coming through for someone. You could be having dreams of staffs, of like ancestors and elders coming to you in your dreams. This is more of an astral visit and a visitation, like a vision, but you're asleep, and they could hold a staff that has some sort of emerald jewel at the top of it. That's coming through for someone. You guys could also be dreaming and seeing snakes everywhere. I do feel like you're obviously shredding the old, out with the old and in with the new, but there's also people around you who are like snakes slithering in the grass. They're being revealed to you about who they are and who you can actually trust. But you're building a lot of trust and a lot of faith when it comes to yourself, when it comes to your path, and believing that things are supposed to be coming into you. But you also need to use your voice and pray and declare and remind the Most High God. Pull up your soul's contract in your Akashic records and be like, you promised that I would be having a child, would be coming through this time. It's like 2 years later now. Like you need to be using your voice to declare and decree that this is your destiny and you're claiming your destiny. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah. So that's it for pile 2. I hope that it resonates with somebody. If you did want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. Hello, pile 3. So those of you who picked this crystal here, this green crystal here, I'm going to leave it for you over here. I'm going to get right into it. So I'm going to read you your poem, which is, you have a beautiful heart, full of spunk, a feisty one. I can't wait to be guided by you. We're going to have so much fun. Although there is work to be done, this room needs clearing up. I'm so proud of what you've already done. Not long now until we're joining forces. 2 is better than 1. This spirit baby is talking to a single mum. So you guys could be a single parent. Doesn't matter if you're the man or a woman. You could be a single parent for this pile. Or maybe you have children, or your children are going to have like different fathers or different mothers. That's what's coming through with this pile here. I'm also getting for this pile that you guys could be, it's going to be music lovers, but I'm getting particularly hip hop, but then it's anything from hip hop to like Taylor Swift, but I'm hearing particularly a song by Joe Budden, which is pump, pump, pump it up. That's what is coming through. Or maybe like this is who you're attracted to. They could be like huge music lovers, and when you listen to their playlist, you're like, what the heck? It could be like different genre jumping that is happening all the time when it comes to them just like playing their Spotify or something. It'd be very, very different genres, but particularly hip hop. They're going to be very big when it comes to hip hop. And that music that gets you to want to get up and like kind of like shake it out. So let's get some more poems as well for pile 3. What else? This one, does pile 3 need to hear? We have mesmerizing eyes, sees through people's lies, a hint of blue, whatever the hue, big pools of brown, a warming grey. When I first saw mummy, my soul knew, for in me I see you. Chest to chest, being close to your skin is best. We bond like gel, everyone around can tell. I am so loved, a gift from above. I also do feel like with this pile, for pile 3, you could be choosing to be having children on your own. So you could be taking that single mother route. That's coming through for someone. And this spirit baby is saying they were always supposed to be guided by you. You're always supposed to be coming back into union. There's a very like powerful bond. It's given like your love languages will be physical touch, but there's a lot of hugging, a lot of cuddles. You're going to be very, very close when it comes to the physical chemistry when it comes to this spirit baby. You're not going to be afraid to be expressing your love for each other, what is coming through, but I'm just seeing a mum and a baby kind of huddled up on the sofa. That's coming through for this pile here. What else, spirit? And as it says chest to chest, and I'm staring at the line when it says chest to chest, so it's like you're always going to want to be like close to each other, like on each other, like in each other's skin is what it's given. It's going to be 2 peas in a pod, but you're going to be extremely close when it comes to your soul connection as well. I feel like you and this spirit baby as well, it's given a big reunion. I'm being shown banners like you and this soul may not have been together in your previous like very recent past lives. This is going to be that huge reconciliation, which is why you're always going to be close. You always want to be touching, but I keep wanting to do this and like I can feel like I'm being hugged. It's like the energy of this spirit baby coming through is very, very powerful and very healing, and I feel like it could be like what a lot of you need. Maybe you're like a more detached person, or you've always been around those people that are kind of cold and withheld their like affections, even like parents, but also this has given like romantic connections and lovers. But you and this spirit baby, you're going to be very, very warm in your connection, and something about your synastry in the birth chart between you. So you could have like connections when it comes to like your sun and your Venus signs. That's what's coming through. What else, spirit? I hit one more poem. That's way too many. One more poem, please, for pile 3. This one. This one here says, gender reveal. Patterned skirts and daffodils, struggling to get yourself up the hill. Only kidding, I meant out of bed. The third trimester is the last phase. I can hear Daddy saying, oh my days. She's near, baby girl is almost here. I can feel our family's excitement. Mummy, no need to be frightened. My birth will go to plan. So there's a divine feminine energy coming through from this spirit baby. For a lot of you, this is going to be a little girl. I feel like you will know deep down what you are having, particularly when the child is being shown a fetus lying in your womb. So when the child is in your womb, you're going to know deep down what you are having. For a lot of you could have dreamed of having a little girl. Particularly those of you who were women who were like abused, or you were wounded, or you felt like you didn't fit in, and you were kind of, it's given an orphan energy, like an abandonment wounds within your childhood. This little girl coming through, for those of you, you're going to be those two peas in the pod. They're going to be very, very healing for your inner child. And this is why there's a lot of affection going on, because I feel like that was withheld from you, like maybe within your childhood, and like your romantic partners, they could have been very cold and very detached, and you've always wanted that closeness. You're going to have that closeness bond with this child, and this child's going to want to give it to you. It's not something like you're teaching and you're programming into their mind. They're going to want to be close to you as well. There's something very similar about your love languages coming through with you and this spirit baby. What else, spirit, needs to come through for pile 3? What else needs to be coming through for pile 3? Can I get a few cards from this deck here? It's very, very loving. I'm hearing a song, Mr. Lover Man. That song's coming through. You know, Mr. Lover Man, Shabba. That song is coming through. But again, it's like the music is very, very significant for this pile here. But I feel like, again, you like all these different genres. So you or your partner as well. But I feel like there's a lot of single, like, parent energy coming through. But it's given, like, the playlist. I've just keep being shown Spotify. The playlist is going to be a complete mixture. We have here, I'm super proud of you. I want to be a superhero just like you. Yeah, so this spirit baby is very, very fond of you and who you are. They've been watching you. Obviously our spirit babies are watching us basically like throughout our lives from childhood to adulthood, because that contract is already made that they will be coming through, and they could potentially be coming through you, because our souls on the other side, we do have choices. So they do normally have like 2 choices of parents they're going to choose. But I feel like this spirit baby's been watching you since you were a child as well. So they've literally seen you grow from a child to an adult, and they're so proud of who you've become and what you've overcome and what you've had to go through, and how you chose to rise up and move in grace and take the harder path, because that's the harder path. It's easier to repeat the cycle and be a dick, isn't it? It's much harder to have to heal and realize how you were let down, what you've gone through, and pull yourself out of the karmic trenches and pull yourself up into a high vibration. But it takes more work, it takes more discipline, it takes more courage. They see your courage. They see your strengths. I'm being shown the strength card from Tarot, the major arcana. And they're saying, they're just pointing to all the major arcanas, all the major arcanas. You and this spirit baby coming together. This is a huge reconciliation, a huge union for you and this soul. You're never going to want to part again. There's a very powerful, very magical bond you're going to have. We have here, Archangel Michael says, my contract is ready. I'll be with you before you know it. So they want you to know they're coming through, and they're coming through fast for this pile, for pile 3. They're also pointing to pile 2, and pile 2 also had that message that this spirit baby is ready to be coming through. They're going to be coming through fast, but they're pointing to pile 2 because they're saying there was a message coming through of doors. So you guys could be seeing like images of doors, or maybe dreaming of doors, because you've walked through this new door. You've walked through a portal, a new portal to you and this spirit baby coming into reconciliation. Because I feel like you've been in a battle. You've been in a huge battle for pile 3, and it could have been like psychic attacks on you conceiving, or you meeting that right person to bring this spirit baby through. It's like there could be like an energy on the other side that kind of wanted to see you single, or wanted to see you feeling like you were single and you were alone, and you were kind of in this orphan energy, wanted you to stay in this orphan energy or this black sheep energy, like you didn't fit in, because then that's keeping you out of your power. But you chose to rise up and stand into your power despite having all of this psychic attacks and these energies thrown at you. You still did it. You still pulled yourself up. So this huge spiritual inheritance is now coming in, and it's coming in the form of you and this soul being in union. We have here, because you can have unions with a romantic partner, with your divine counterpart. You can have unions with souls that you've loved and known before and have been parents to before. Maybe they were parents to you. You could have these kinds of unions as well. And this is what you guys are going to be having with your child. Talk to your inner child like you talk to me. Little you need some attention. Yeah, I feel like you've completely reprogrammed your inner child. But this is going to be you and this spirit baby, 2 peas in the pod. And I love how they're holding hands. It's that confirmation. You're always going to want to be close. You're always going to want to be touching. It's feel like I'm being healed where I'm sitting in this energy between you and your spirit baby. It's very, very powerful. And I feel like it's what a lot of you need. This deck. So what else do pile 3 need to hear, Spirit? This one. This one says, Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood. It is given like kind of like a single mother energy. There's going to be you and this child going forward. Or maybe this, you already had this in the past. Like you already have children. You're already a single mum. And this spirit baby is going to be joining you. But again, there's something about the closeness and how you're connected physically. I do feel like as well, this spirit baby will be your twin, or you'll see so much of yourself within this spirit baby. If it's not in the physicality, it will be within the energy and the soul's blueprint. There's something about you guys being twins, 2 peas in a pod, and I love how you have these 2 birds here. So you guys could be seeing birds everywhere as well. I feel like you will be seeing hearts everywhere you go to. You can literally see like a heart shape within the clouds for someone that's coming through. What else, Spirit? You're going to be walking a very similar spiritual path. And you've done that hard karmic work, so your children and your child doesn't have to. What else, Spirit? And this is why they're looking at you with such admiration and they see you as this hero. Because I'm hearing, I'll be damned if I pass any of this crap onto my child, any of this baggage, any of these woundings, I'll be damned. Obviously, when you're raising children, you will get some things wrong, but you'll be damned if you're passing on this baggage that was passed on to you. You're not doing that, which is why you had to deal with it first. Unpack all of these suitcases, all this crap. You had to deal with that first. Put that over here, and then the spirit baby can come through once you've cleared it all, once you've gone through it all, which you have done. I know sometimes people feel like, well, you've been on this path for a long time as well, and you've been doing a lot of generational curse breaking and doing a lot of reprogram when it comes to your inner child and the inner work and the shadow work. You can kind of feel like you get to that point where you're like, what have I actually been doing? Like, has it actually been working? What have I been doing? You have been doing it. Yes, it's been working. Your spiritual inheritance is coming through. God and your spiritual court are about to show you what you've been doing will pay off, and it wasn't in vain. You could also be receiving a lot of judgment from people around you for the fact that you haven't had a child yet, or maybe for the fact that some of you are single mothers, or you've chosen to be doing this on your own, going forward as a single mother. That's coming through for someone. I'm hearing that's bullshit. The spirit baby, your ancestors are like, that's bullshit, ignore them. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're literally talking out of their ass. You could have a passed over loved one that had a potty mouth. This would have been someone you would know when they were alive. They could have had a potty mouth. They just said it how it was, but they swore all the time. And I'm hearing a, so maybe you come from a family who doesn't like swearing, or like was kind of like more repressed, and this family member just didn't give a shit and would just say anything, particularly in their elder years when they knew that they were about to pass over. And this could have been something that you adored or you admired about them, because they're pointing to this hero card. So you could have had someone within your family you saw as a hero for that reason, because they just they spoke their mind and they spoke their truth, and they weren't afraid of other people. They were tired of the shit. They were tired of the bullshit. We have Our Lady who prevents interference. That you see here how it's a woman with a baby here in the ancestral tree, so they're confirming all of that message. I'm seeing this as like a key lock, a lock and a key. So you found that key to yourself. You realize you are that key to you, and you've committed that self-mastery, and now this spirit baby can come through and join you. They keep saying that you had to get yourself to the certain vibration and frequency and do a certain amount of inner work where they can now join you, they can assist you. For a lot of you, this could even be this passed over ancestor that's going to be coming through. So you know for a while that this spirit baby is going to be saying it how it is. I do feel like this spirit baby, like, you have to be careful with swearing and the words you say around them when they start talking, because they're gonna look at you when you say it, and you'll be like, oh, because you realise, like, maybe let's say you said fuck in front of them, and they're looking at you and they're giving you that smirk and they're smiling, and then they'll be like, fuck. Like, they know they're saying is bad and they shouldn't be saying it. They're going to do it, and they're going to do it even more if they see you laughing or they see people laughing around. They're showing me a scene that's coming through for Modern Family. You know that program Modern Family? But it's when Lily, the little girl, they go to a wedding, and she knows when she swears it makes her one of the dads laugh. So she says it at the wedding, and everyone's like and then everyone starts laughing. It's like that energy is coming through here. What else, Spirit? Let's get some signs for pile 3. The signs that you could be seeing or you will be seeing going forward. We have Harry Potter. Love that. You could be huge fans of Harry Potter. Maybe you like rewatch it all of the time. But again, I feel like you're going to be more connected to the supernatural and to the occult and be very, very intrigued by it. Some of you guys could love spiders. That's coming through for someone. You could absolutely love spiders, particularly the big tarantula ones. Maybe you have them as a pet. I also feel like this is going to be that spirit baby, because you're 2 peas in the pod. There's something about you that's mirroring, that's twinning. So this spirit baby is going to be very, very supernaturally inclined as well. They're going to be very powerful when it comes to them moving on up. So it's like they're going to be born in like when they're in childhood, they can potentially reach enlightenment and ascension within their childhood. And the rest of the time they're going to be on earth. They're just going to be here to be having like pleasure, be having fun. They're just going to be here to be here. Is the energy coming through? But I'm staring at this key in the middle. So there's something significant about keys and locks that you guys could be seeing. Maybe you're seeing a lot of ornate keys, and it could be like a key that has like wings on it. I have one on my altar. That's what they're bringing up in my mind. That's coming through. So do look out if you're seeing keys everywhere. Also staring at the owl, so you could be seeing 2 owls everywhere, like a mama owl and a baby owl. We have a corning crow. So you guys could be seeing crows everywhere. You could be noticing as well that they see you and they watch you. Maybe they follow you. And they could like literally like speak to you. But there's something about them properly like staring at your eyes. Like they're looking into your soul. It's going to be to the point where you're going to notice and be like, what the heck? Is that bird staring at me? Spirit like, yes. We have here, because this is the thing, when you've been doing that work and you move up in your energy body, the animal kingdom and children and other people who are also doing the work, they can see it. They can see it within your aura. They can see it within your energy. They can see this glow that other people may not be able to see. Particularly people who are still stuck and in the karmic trenches. License plates. So do look out for certain like words that could be spelled out on license plates, particularly the words. Normally it's the angel numbers that is coming through. There's something about words or initials that you guys could be seeing on a license plate. Maybe it will be the initials of what you've been wanting to call your child. We have fruit. You guys could be seeing fruit everywhere. You know, like the fake fruit, which kind of looks like this. You know, that the plastic fruit, the fake fruit that you can buy for children. That's what's coming through. Maybe you keep seeing that everywhere. You could already have children and they could have this, and there could be like a favourite thing. They're obsessed with the fake fruit and they're always going over to it and then pretending to eat it, and then they put it to your mouth and you've got to pretend to eat it as well. They could like have like a fake kitchen, or this is going to be this spirit baby coming through. We have here, they're pointing, they're saying, because this is what mummy does. This is what mummy does. So you guys could be love being in your kitchen. You could be like very proud of your kitchen and the food that you make. You could be someone who loves to feed other people. You could be a foodie yourself. But you love knowing what you're putting into the food, into the, you know what the ingredients are. Because they're bringing up Nara Smith. So you could also be someone who makes everything from scratch. But they're bringing up Nara Smith here. Maybe you're a fan of hers. But they're pointing, they're saying, because this is what mummy does. So they want their own kitchen, their own little fake kitchen. We have here whale. You guys could be seeing whales everywhere. I feel like listening to whale and dolphin sounds will assist you in connecting with your spirit baby. It's very healing for those of you that are women. It's very healing on the womb. This whole pile feels like it's for like a single mother kind of energy that is coming through here. We have here giggles. The spirit baby wants you laughing. You're going to have so much fun, so much laughter, so many inside jokes together. Again, I just keep being shown a woman and the child, and you're together on the sofa and you're cuddling, you're hugging. There's just so much affection and it's unconditional. It's very, very pure. It's very innocent. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy to sit in and be feeling. But you're going to be having lots of fun and laughter when this child's here. Like when they come through, you're going to be like, where have you been all my life? Like, why couldn't you been born earlier, like in the family, like as a sibling or a cousin or something? You're going to be like, where have you been all my life? Let's get a few more signs for pile 3. Thank you. We have coins. So you could notice when the spirit baby comes through as well, your money will go up. And this tends to happen if you've got a spiritual inheritance coming through, because it normally happens in threes, and they're showing me a 3. So it won't just be like, it's the fact that it's this spirit baby coming through. You're going to reconcile. It could be other things that are coming in, other forms of abundance, and it will include money. Because money is a resource, and obviously raising children, you need to have resource. We have blue, and then we have snail. Blue could be a favourite colour of you guys. You could be doing work on your throat chakra and your boundaries at present, or maybe that's just a big wounding or a big lesson that you had in this lifetime to speak your mind and speak your truth, which is why you admire that family member who would just swear and say like outlandish things. And then we have here snail. So maybe you felt like up to this point, your life was moving very slow. It was going at a snail's pace. When this child comes through, things are really going to speed up. They're nodding. They're like, yep, things are really going to speed up. We also feel like when this spirit baby sees snails on the floor, particularly like the gooey, this thing they leave when they go along, they're going to point to that. They're going to want to touch it. You're going to be like, ugh, yucky. Also slugs. Maybe you guys don't like snails and slugs. This spirit baby is going to be like very, very drawn to them and want to pick them up. You're going to be like, I'm literally seeing you like smack a slug or a snail out of a little toddler hand. Be like, ugh, yuck, don't touch that. That's coming through for someone. Is that it, spirit? Yeah. So that's all the messages coming through for pile 3. I hope that did resonate with somebody out there. If you did want a personal spirit baby reading, my website will be in the description below. Hello, pile 4. So those of you who chose this blue colour crystal here. So I'm going to leave this over here, and then we're going to get right into a reading. So your poem says, Dummies and strawberry gummies, yummy yummy in my tummy. Mummy loves them too, but they make daddy need to poo. Our house will be full of giggles and lots of nibbles. I do enjoy my food, it always lifts my mood. Taurus and Virgo will be heavy in my birth chart. Me and sis find it hilarious when daddy farts. He also likes to play darts. That man from your past was never meant to last. Grandma sent him away with a heavenly blast. In order for me to be born, you have to be at full form. Unblock your solar and sacral, quieten down the mind's chitter chatter. Mum, I know you like a good natter. The time has come, try not to worry about what can't be undone. I've been sending you signs, read between the lines. Will you be mine? Someone's about to ask. Next time you rush out the door, don't forget your flask. If you see baby clothes with bumblebees, that's a bit of me. A hint during pregnancy, you will constantly pee. Sorry about that, he. So with this poem here, firstly, I've got a water bottle here and it has spring written on it. Like a spring water, so spring could be significant, but also it says will you be mine, and I'm seeing a love heart, one of those love heart sweets that has like the words on, that's coming through. So Valentine's, February time could also be significant when it comes to conception or the spirit baby's due date. So spring and then February time is coming through. And then also with this pile here, because it mentions a sibling, so you guys could be having, they're saying a one of each, so you guys will be having a one of each. You'll be having both boys and girls within this lifetime. Maybe that's what you want and you've been desiring to have one of each gender coming through for you. Let's get some more poems. A divine door. They want a divine door first. So can I get a divine door for pile 4? That was quick. We have trust the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. Have faith and breathe. So you guys are being asked right now to trust in God. You see this golden door here. It looks like a door to like a mansion or like a really big beautiful building. They would being like shown the doors open, and inside have these beautiful like stained glass windows, this beautiful like artistry and these paintings that are on the wall that you can tell would have been done they're saying like decades ago. There's something about these doors that remind you kind of like a manor house, but it's a manor house that's been looked after. It's a mansion that the public are allowed to go into, but it has been looked after. Because you know sometimes these manor houses and these old castles you go into and it's like dusty, you go in, you come out sneezing. It's not that kind of energy. This is a house and a home that's been looked after. So I feel like this is pertaining to you guys looking after your physical vessel. Like I feel like you really take care of your physical vessel, or you're being asked to by spirit right now to take care of yourself. Be more mindful of what you're eating, of how much water you're drinking, because I mentioned the water. She could be needing to drink more water, particularly spring water that you get out of bottles instead of tap water. That's coming through for someone. But also be mindful of how you're speaking to yourself, of your higher mind, because we have a lower mind and then we have a higher mind. And this spirit baby also wants you to understand the thoughts that are yours, and then also know that some thoughts you're having, particularly intrusive thoughts that are very, very strange and come out of nowhere, that's not yours. That's a psychic attack. So they want you to be more mindful and kind of pull yourself up from the lower mind into the higher mind. I feel like they're assisting you with this at present. Dreams is coming through. I feel like dreams is coming through in each pile, but they're coming to you in your dreams and they're trying to assist you in the astral realm at present. They're not trying to, they are, but you need to allow them to, because you know with a certain spirit guys, and when it comes to like the archangels, you kind of need to ask them to come in and assist you and ask for that divine intervention. So they're wanting you to ask, to pray, to speak to them, to build that connection with them, because they are around you and they are helping you right now. Let's get some more poems. So what else does pile 4 need to hear, spirit? Can I get 2 more poems for pile 4, please? Pile 4, thank you. We have the sign is a white dove, many birds flutter above. Look out for feathers during many different weathers. An ugly duckling to a swan, I know your path has been long. Soon our souls will I can't even speak. Soon our souls will reunite. This is one opportunity that won't pass you by. Be ready at the strike of midnight. You guys could have had trouble with the Mercury retrograde that just passed, or maybe when you're watching this it's in a Mercury retrograde, because I haven't had this trouble with tripping over my words in the other piles. That's coming through for someone. Maybe you've been doing this recently because your throat chakra is going through an awakening and an activation, and when that does happen it can kind of feel like you're in the energy of a Mercury retrograde, and it can affect your communication, and maybe you're trying to express something, it doesn't come out in the best way. That's coming through for some of you. And they are saying to look out for feathers that just appear in your home on a random. So maybe you've got all the windows closed and then there's just a feather there on your floor. There's just a feather on the mantelpiece, a feather on the sofa. And you could, like, someone who doesn't have pets, so they couldn't have brought anything in. And you're like, what the hell? How's that got here? Where's this come from? That's coming through for some of you. Finding feathers in, like, random places. And I'm also being, they're bringing up a memory. So at an old 9 to 5, a job that I worked at, I went into the bathroom, I went into the toilet to use the toilet. And I've gone in and it's got like a bit on the side. And I've looked, I like made a point of looking, and there was nothing on there. And I've like done my business, gone to the toilet, turned back around to flush it. And on the side was 3 gold coins. And they were like put in a particular way. And I was like, what the fuck? They definitely weren't there before, because I've looked at the top of the toilet. There was nothing on there. There was these 3 gold pound coins that was on there. That's coming through for someone. So maybe you're finding a lot of money as well, and it's going to be like random places. Maybe that happens for you. There's just change on like a public bathroom you go into, and you could have walked in and looked and there was nothing on the side. There was nobody else in there, and you've come back out and there's just money on the side. You're like, what the hell? What's going on? I feel like my nose as well, excuse me, is like dripping. That won't happen before. You guys are going through a spiritual awakening. You're having a lot of ascension symptoms going on. There's weird things going on around you, like matrix glitches you will be noticing, particularly before this spirit being comes through, and when you're pregnant or when your partner's pregnant. That's coming through for somebody. You are going through an ascension symptom. Some of you guys could experience hay fever. Okay, it's given us 2 more, and I am going to have to pause this. Hold on. Yeah, that definitely wasn't me that came out of nowhere. So do pay attention to things that are going on with your physical vessel, because your physicality, the density, it has to play catch up with all the energetic and spiritual work you've been doing. This is what's happening with your vessel right now, is playing catch up. So you will have like weird symptoms, could be like cold or flu symptoms, or maybe some of you guys do suffer from hay fever, particularly at a seasonal change is what is coming through. So this next poem here we have: the milkman's, no, he's not my dad. That saying will drive you both mad. My looks go generations back. I could be albino or just very fair. Maybe I'm a brunette in a family of blondes, but my voice will definitely sing the same song. I could be much darker than the rest, but in choosing this vessel, my soul knows best. Maybe I grow to look much younger or older. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So this is why this message is coming through when it comes to your physical vessel, because this spirit baby, how they look in their vessel is going to be very, very significant too, and very important that they look after it. And I'm being shown like track, like a running track. So they could be like big on running and doing a lot of exercise, or this is what they're going to need to do. So they need you guys to kind of step into the energy as well, and be mindful of your body too, because you need to show them the way and teach them. And being shown, like, you know, like TikToks people would do, like, oh, make my toddlers pack lunch with me, or make my toddlers breakfast with me. That's coming through. Maybe you guys do that, or you just watch loads of those and to get ideas of what to cook for your child when they come through. That's coming through for somebody. And then we have here: up at the crack of dawn, I heard a neighbour mowing the lawn. I love my first house, plenty of room for me to run about. And my room is a dream, Mummy created the theme, with elements of farm animals and space. The tall lamp really lights up the place. Certain things will need fixing to the wall, especially when I learn to crawl. Daddy calls me nosy fingers, always putting them where they don't belong. Trips to IKEA for keep the kids out gadgets. Little hands in life sockets will cause a panic. Safety first until I'm old enough to learn. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting like watery eyes now. So there's something very big about you guys going through an ascension. Spirit want this to be confirmed to you. This spirit will be coming through is telling you, yes, you're going through an ascension symptom. But I do feel like some of you guys also suffer with hay fever, particularly when someone has freshly mowed their grass, because I'm starting the line. I heard a neighbour mowing the lawn. So maybe some of you guys are even watching this and you're getting the sniffles, and you could be looking at your window and maybe your neighbours are cutting their grass and you're like, oh. Yeah, you know, like literally like sending them the evil eye. And not the evil eye, but you're like, stop mowing the grass, because it's bringing up your hay fever, your allergies. That's coming through for somebody. I feel like some of you guys live in like the suburbs, like a suburby area, and I'm just being shown loads of beautiful houses and people who are very proud of their gardens, and there's all this fresh, really, really green grass. Maybe you grew up on a suburb that looked like that, and you want the same thing for your child. We have here, Mama, Daddy, I think you need a play date. So they're asking you here to go out and have fun. Let your hair down. I'm hearing, let your hair down. Go out and have fun. Don't forget your medication or antihistamines is what they're saying. Yeah, so some of you guys are really suffering at the minute when it comes to hay fever, or maybe you just have like a flu at present. We have here, Mummy, Daddy, we're busier over here in the 5D than you think. Just because you can't see it in the 3D, it doesn't mean you can't believe it. Trust us. So there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that you guys can't see right now. Again, I feel like my throat has gone funny and it wants to go. So your throat chakra, that's going for a huge activation. You're going to be noticing how your voice could even kind of like break and change. I'm hearing like a ripple, or has like a ripple that's coming through for somebody. I'm being shown like waves, like sound waves, but also waves, like as in water waves. You could notice like your voice, maybe it changes, something about your voice changing when it comes to the cycles of the moon, or maybe how you express yourself and how you talk. It depends on like what phase the moon is currently in. So maybe when it's in a new moon, you notice that you speak more clearly, you express yourself like accurately. Whatever you're thinking you wanted to say, it just comes out. It comes out perfectly. But you could also notice when it's in different phases. This is very strange that it's coming through. I haven't channeled this before. When the moon is in different phases, you could notice how your voice and how you speak, how you communicate and express yourself, that also shifts with the moon's waves and the moon's they're saying the moon's frequency or its current. It affects your throat. Any more? This one. We have here, Mama Daddy is going through a spiritual awakening. Remember how much space you wanted during yours. So this may not even be you. This could be your partner, but it will be affecting you, particularly where you're being intimate and you're having sex, because there's that exchange there. But I do feel like you're going through a spiritual awakening, if not you, your partner, but it's still affecting you. And you're seeing it within your physical body. So you could just think that you have a flu or a cold or hay fever, but it's also this activation that's going on, particularly with the throat, because I feel like my throat keeps wanting to I itch. I feel like there's an itchiness in my throat, and it wasn't there with all the other piles that just came out when I started pile 4. This deck. What else did pile 4 need to hear right now, Spirit? I feel like you're someone who would have been through spiritual awakenings and like the dark nights of the soul before, so this is nothing new to you, but it does feel like a big significant one in terms of after this, a reality shift will be ushered in. And for a lot of you, it's going to be conception of this child coming through. We have charity, prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. I'm staring at the prayer hand straight away. So you guys are being asked to remember to pray. And when you think you've prayed enough, pray some more. They're saying that pray one more time for luck. That's coming through. And I'm hearing hip hip hooray. So you know when you sing happy birthday to someone and then you say hip hip hooray like 3 times. And then they're like, 1 for luck, hip hip hooray. That's coming through. And I feel like this is what you guys are going to be doing with this spirit baby when they're earth side. But some of you could be about to be celebrating your birthday or your partner. And this is when this shift is going to be coming in for somebody. You guys could be seeing roses everywhere. Or maybe you have an allergy to certain flowers and it's just the pollen and the hay fever that keeps coming through. But I feel like you guys love flowers. And obviously for you, that the summer season or the spring seasons, they could be your favourite season. There's something about the season that causes the most like aggregation I can't even speak. Aggregation for you guys when it comes to like your sinuses and your nose and how you're breathing. That's your favourite season, which is why it's so frustrating and so annoying. That's coming through for somebody. We have here, this could also be the season that this child is going to be born into. Kafumi, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. There's also something about you guys, for those of you, the women that will be pregnant, where this baby is going to heal things that you experience. So maybe it's even like hay fever, and if you got like, you were very prone to colds, to having like an itchy throat or even allergies. There's something about when this spirit baby comes through, because obviously the fetus, they send healing cells to the mum. That's what they're showing me. But it's like this is going to be healed with this pregnancy. You know, sometimes people will say things like when you're pregnant, for a lot of women this is their experience, well, they will lose their hair, or for a lot of women they'll get like stretch marks, or you could notice that maybe when you breastfeed after that you kind of lose your boobs or you get saggy boobs. There's something about you when it comes to these things, it's going to be the opposite. So maybe you notice your hair is more shiny, it's more glowy when you're pregnant. Maybe your boobs get even bigger and they get even perkier, like after you're pregnant, after you breastfeed. So it's something about those things that a lot of women experience. You're going to be the opposite way. It's going to be very, very healing for you, this initiation of pregnancy and birth. Cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I feel like I already read that. I'm staring at the snake. There's a name for this symbol here with the snake that kind of goes into itself. I forgot what the name is, but it's given infinity. And you are waking up to the fact that you are infinite. You are soul having a human experience. And you've really stepped into your destined timeline, to your power. It's like you're seeing life with new eyes, with fresh eyes. You could wear jewelry of the Ankh or be seeing the Ankh symbol at present. But you've really tapped into what life is actually all about. And you're really connected. You're feeling really connected to your soul and to your soul's blueprint. If you're not at present, you will be. There's There's also something about your eyes that are going to be more glowy. Maybe you notice within the seasons that your eyes change as well. That's coming through for someone. It's like with the different season, with the phases of the moon, there's something about you guys that shifts, that changes. For most of you that is coming through with this pile, it's the throat. It's how you express yourself, how you speak, how you communicate, that changes. But also now they're bringing through the eyes. So maybe you have eyes that will kind of change color. They could have like different flickers of like browns or greens or blues, and this could change pertaining to what the season is. And I feel like this is going to ring true for this spirit baby coming through. They're pointing at his eyes here. So his eyes look like they are a green colour. As I've said that, the mic has gone green. It's changing again. It changes colours, but it went full green when I said that. So there's that confirmation. Your spirit baby could have green eyes. They can have a rare colour of eyes, and maybe their eyes are a different colour to you and your partner, and you're both there trying to work out like where this has come from. Because obviously with genetics and ancestry, it can be like bloodlines back, like ancestors that you didn't know, that you'd have to go way back on your family tree. They could look like them. Did you want any more from this deck? No. They want to get some signs for you guys that you could be seeing or you need to be looking out for. I'm staring at the blue crystal, so there's a chance that they have the blue eyes. We have sunflower. So again, I feel like you guys, your spirit babies, are like, yeah, mum or dad, they're suffering with hay fever at the minute, and it's the flowers. It's the grass and it's the flowers. It's their fault. Maybe this is what you guys do. You've had enough. That's coming through for someone. But I feel like as well, you really love flowers. You just wanted to go over and just sniff them. But if you did that, you would start dying. That's coming through for somebody. And then we have here symptoms. Yeah, there's something about pregnancy symptoms that other women experience that you could well experience, but you're going to have the opposite side of it. So like with the hair loss, you can notice that your hair grows and it's never been more healthy before in your life. We have baby toys. So you guys could be seeing certain toys everywhere. Maybe you buy a certain toy or item of clothing for your spirit baby. I do advise to do this because it helps you to connect with them. What else, spirit? For a lot of you, it could be a bear, like a little toy bear that you've already got for your spirit baby. We have license plates, so I feel like you will be seeing different angel numbers on car plates, but angel numbers in general will be slapping you on the face. I'm also being shown a microwave, or it's something you have in the kitchen. It could be like an air fryer that has like the time on it. You could be seeing certain angel numbers, and you don't even understand how it's changing because obviously you have it set to like a certain time or set to a certain thing. It's like you go into the kitchen. It's just these random numbers on there that you keep seeing everywhere. You're like, what the hell? How has it even done that? Spirit. They can affect the physical, and they can move things around. We have here fruit. So I feel like your spirit babies are doing this because I'm being shown a movie. It's called The Borrowers. I used to watch it when I was a child, and it's about these little people. They live in a house with like normal sized human beings, and they kind of have all these like different ideas, and they make these different gadgets, and they go into the kitchen and like steal food, and they take things that they need, and they basically live in the walls, and they go back into the walls as little mini humans. It's given the energy of fairies. Maybe you guys really believe in the elemental realm and the fairies. I do, and maybe you've even like seen them. And some of you could be like wanting to like capture them on video or have a photo. Maybe you've done this. That's coming through for someone. They're also bringing through Bigfoot, the Sasquatch. But you guys, you could be seeing fruit everywhere. And it's like the fruit that you're seeing out, or the fruit that you've been craving. You could be dreaming of fruit, and the next day you're like, right, I had a dream about strawberries. I really fancy some strawberries. I'm going to buy some strawberries. Like, this is what is coming through. You could be dreaming of fruit, but this is what your body needs. Or you could be going to a supermarket and you just keep staring at something, and it turns out it's because it's what your body needs. What else, Spirit? We have Wizard of Oz, and that's come up with the windmill. So you guys could be seeing windmills everywhere. The Wizard of Oz, this is obviously about you guys walking that yellow brick road, walking your authentic path. And when you do this, when you're being true to yourself, you're going to meet more of your soul's tribe. And then this is when this spirit baby can join you, because they too need to be walking to the beat of their own drum. But they need to see you doing this first. And you see how they're all walking, they're heading towards the rainbow. So you're heading towards your abundance, your destined timelines, your spiritual inheritance. The windmills reminded me of a program I was watching with my cousin's child yesterday. The program, it's in the UK. It's called Baby Jack. But the way that it is, it's like it basically looks like a children's book that has kind of come to life as how it moves on the screen. But it's about this little baby and his adventures with his animal friends. But you guys could live near a windmill, and you could be seeing windmills everywhere right before this child is supposed to be coming through. This deck. What else do the collective of pile 4 need to hear? This one here, we have 3 of coins. So there's that confirmation that abundance is coming into you guys, and you've risen yourself up to a higher vibration, because bees are sacred and they're of a very, very high vibration. You guys could also be big lovers of like honey. Maybe you do this to help with your hay fever. You need to do this to have honey from your area where you reside. They said this helps. Maybe there's a certain herbal tea or a flower essence tea that you're going to... I'm seeing someone brew tea and then you're adding honey, but it's the raw honey where you kind of like scoop out of the glass jar. It's kind of a bit solidified, and sometimes they even have like bits of bee in. You know, when it's the raw, unpasteurized, unfiltered honey, it's like that's what you're using and you're putting this in the tea. Maybe some of you guys need to do that. That's going to help with your ascension symptoms and to help with your hay fever. What else, Spirit, for pile 4? One more card, please. Thank you. We have the Magician. So you are the alchemist. You're currently committing alchemy. And you see here the infinite symbol that is above her head here. So you have remembered you're an infinite being and you have all of this potential. You're kind of looking back at like, what the hell was I doing? I was keeping myself small. I was living like, I'm hearing living out of my means. So maybe when money came in, you didn't invest it wise. You didn't save it. You just spent it. But that's connected to when you have woundings and you don't necessarily know your worth. But now you're knowing how to bring money in, but to keep it and to keep it coming in, to cultivate it properly, to circulate it properly, because money is a currency. This is like truths that you've really integrated now. You've become that magician. You're about to commit alchemy. I'm hearing you're about to commit alchemy. And then, or they do say for women, right, in order to have a baby boy, she has to commit alchemy. So some of you guys could be having a baby boy. For some of you, that's going to be your first child, a baby boy. They wanted me to show you this card again. Some of you guys could have been raised in a religious household, like a Muslim household, and maybe you come from a community and there's a certain religion that is within that community. Is that it, Spirit? Yeah. So that's all the messages coming through for pile 4. I hope that did resonate with somebody out there. If you do want your own personal Spirit Baby reading, my website will be in the description below. Hello, pile 5. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this crystal here. I'm going to leave it here for you guys. We're going to get right into your reading. So your poem says... The winged ornate key reveals self-mastery, unlocking the wisdom in my soul, a walker of both worlds. I dwell in between, my birth will be scientific mystery. That's how you know I'm the real deal, coming down to show you how to rise, an angel in human form. Many have been misinformed of what's on the other side. Spiritual mastermind, our ancestors chose me to reincarnate with the vibration of a bee. Sacred energy, my life is meant to be. I will be born once you close all toxic doors. So this child is very, very ascended. It's given like they could well be like a psychic medium. That could be their purpose, but they're going to be very, very connected when it comes to the spirit world and when it comes to the occult. They could have supernatural abilities, or maybe it's just their level of intuition when they're a child that could kind of scare you or your partner a bit, which is why I feel like you guys would have been on this pathway to understanding the spirit world yourself and coming and trusting your intuition and using your intuition more, because when you strengthen it, that's when it's like building a muscle. That's when it turns and it becomes that psychic nature or that prophetic nature. You guys had to awaken your intuition and to the point of a psychic nature so you can best guide and assist this soul that will be coming through you guys, that you will be raising, and they will be loving, because they do need to be loved in the right way, in terms of being raised by people who come from an open mind, like being loved in a very, very open way. It's given unconditional love, because you know, like some parents will conditionally love their children, or they'll conditionally like their children, like their child has to be acting this way or doing this thing. That's when they're going to like them. That's when they get their love. But you won't be doing that. And maybe this is coming up because you could have been raised that way. Maybe you had you didn't experience unconditional love from your parents, or maybe one of your parents, you always knew it was based on conditions. That energy is coming through. This could also be from your partner. So these are those wounds that you would have carried, or your partner would have carried, that you had to work through and unpack that baggage, so you didn't dump that and pass that on to the child. Because what we don't heal and what we don't deal with, we pass on to our children. So that's the first poem coming out for you guys. Can I get 2 more poems from pile 5, please, Spirit? This one here. This one here says, She sells seashells by the seashore. Water is amazing, a beach baby for sure. Splashing around is my kind of sound. Any body of water has me an owl. I love the calmness of lakes, but also big crashing waves. I long to be a surfer. Cornwall, Miami, and Hawaii. Wherever the competition resides, you'll catch me giving it a try. One day I'll design my own surfboard, and when you see me out there, you'll cheer and applaud. Some happy tears will hit the floor. So whoever your child turns out to be, you're going to be so proud of them. I'm just staring at the last line. It says some happy tears will hit the floor. So you could be big cries. You could be very emotional. Maybe this is your partner. And it's like the day your child graduates. And even if it's just like the nursery or playgroup that you could cry. It's just like, oh my God, my baby's growing up. I'm seeing this for someone. And you could like already, only when they're like 6 months, you could be like teary eyed and be like, oh my God, they're not newborn anymore. They're not a baby anymore. Their face is starting to change into a toddler, into a child. It's that kind of energy. Like this baby is going to make you even more emotional than you guys already are, because this card is all about water. So that having that connection to water and to the emotions, and being shown the cup, the holy grail, the cup overflow. So with the spirit baby coming through, they're going to expand, they're going to activate and awaken your emotional body in a way that hasn't been woken before. Again, you're going to be really tapping into unconditional love, and this is going to assist you in your partner's connection and with your family members and friends. It's like you're going to become, I'm hearing, become a better friend, become a better family member. So maybe you could have been one of those people who is in that selfish era a bit too much. So you know, some people, they give too much and others kind of withhold, and then they're more detached. You could have been that way, declined, more detached, and now you like give off yourself even more to other people. But when it comes to the emotional body, so maybe you didn't always say like I love you or express to people how you felt. You could have just assumed like they knew just by you like being around and showing up. What else, spirit? This one here, you could be like, if you're the woman and you're going to be pregnant, you could experience like just crying at any little thing. You don't know what's going to trigger it. So you could, even a partner could go out because they you fancy some ice cream and chocolate, and they go and buy you some treats or something, and they come back and he was like, oh, they didn't have this. Let's say it's a Snickers. They didn't have a Snickers, so I just got you this bar instead. And you could just burst out crying and be like, I didn't want that. It's like that energy that is coming through. And then the third poem we have here is Citrine Gemstone. I love the colour orange. It has a beautiful glow. Just like my aura, Dora the Explorer's cool. She's always on the move. Our family will be too. Spontaneous trips in camper vans. Others think we're mad living off the land, but it works for us and we've got some guts. Prepare for November, even though my due date could maybe in September. So you guys, November and September are very significant for conception or a due date. But I'm also getting movement, like a moving of a house, or you guys move into a completely like out of a city and into a countryside. It's that kind of energy that's coming through, or into more of a suburban area. For some of you, you could be choosing to be off-grid, and maybe you've always had dreams of creating your own homestead, and maybe you and your partner, you decide to do this now. Like you move forward and you do this now, and then this child will be born into this new environment that you guys have moved yourselves into. That's coming through for somebody. But you could be making that move as well in November or September. Let's get some messages for pile 5 from this deck here. So what else the pile 5 needs to hear, Spirit? Can I just get a few cards from this deck, please? We have, I'm just seeing the word water. So water is very significant for this pile. Maybe you guys are water signs and it's heavy within your energy or your birth chart. You could be very watery within your nature and very connected to your emotional body. And just I'm hearing the emotional realm. So you know that emotions are fleeting, they come and they go. So we allow yourself to sit with them, feel it, and then you let it go. But you guys as well, I'm hearing hot-tempered. So maybe when you get angry, like you get angry, it's given like the Aries energy. You get very fiery and feisty. And as quickly as you got angry, just kind of calms down. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. But there's a lot of passion that comes through with you guys, and even more passion is going to be activated within you when this spirit baby is coming through. I came to you in your dreams. Did you see me? I was so excited to see you. So the spirit baby's been visiting you in your dreams. They're pointing to the elephant. So elephants could be a very significant sign for you guys. You could be big when it comes to like Chinese astrology, like and the certain year of the animal that you were born into. Is there a year of an elephant? It's like it's given certain significance when it comes to the elephant spirit animal walking with you or being like a totem animal of yours. So you could feel very connected to elephants. This is why they're pointing to elephants. It's like it just come through in my head. I've got it eventually. Elephants love deeply and they grieve very deeply. So they've been known to have funerals where the dead body of an elephant, they kind of all visit this dead body, and they kind of, I'm seeing the trunk go up and they're letting out that big sound and that big roar that's coming through. So elephants love very deeply, they grieve very deeply. They're talking about the herd, they're part of a unity and togetherness, they're part of a herd that's coming through. So I feel like you guys are the same way inclined. You're big when it comes to togetherness and unity. You could be that person even from childhood, you were knocking on other people's doors, always getting all the kids down your neighborhood in the street to come out and play, and you didn't want any other child to feel like they were left out. So you're very big on that and everybody coming together. And this is what you're wanting to create with your own family, your own herd. You want your home to be like that home, very, very homely. Because some people have homes and it's literally just bricks and a roof over their head. It doesn't have that feel of a home, but yours will. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have Mama, Daddy, talk to your inner child like you talk to me. Little you needs some attention. So they want you to give your inner child some love and attention. I feel like they just want you to journey into your inner child and do a meditation where you connect to yourself at a certain age where maybe you felt like you were left out. It would be an age where you felt like you were left out and you didn't belong. You had to deal with that wounding or those lessons of belonging. And first and foremost, belonging to yourself. That is what is coming through. They just want you to visit your inner child at that age. It's going to be a different age for a lot of you. For some of you, getting the ages like around 4, 5 and 6 are coming through, and then it kind of jumps to teenagehood where you guys could have felt like you were always constantly left out. You may well have been left out, or some of you may not have been, but it could have just been an energy that you were holding, that you didn't fit in and you didn't belong. So they just want you to work on that wounding there. What else, Spirit? This deck here. So what else does pile 5 need to hear when it comes to this, Spirit baby? We have Archangel Michael, trust in heaven. You are safe, angel, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael is around you at present, but he wants you to speak to him and pray to him and ask for him to help you with a divine intervention. He wants you to use the words divine intervention. Praying, ask for a miracle and a divine intervention. I'm hearing you need one. So some of you guys could be feeling stuck, or you just need this energy to get you over here. So you could feel like you're here and you're like, okay, I need the strategy and plan, but you don't know where to start. You don't know where to begin. You don't know what to do because you need to get over here. Something about movement, like you guys physically moving. Ask Archangel Michael and he's going to assist you. He's going to assist you with getting this strategy, this plan together and getting you unstuck. Because I'm being shown someone kind of in mud, like sinking mud. You know, that slushy mud and you step on it, you feel like you're going in like sinking sand. It's like that. It's going to help you get out this sinking mud and this sinking sand energy. You guys could be seeing swords everywhere. Maybe you're dreaming of swords at present as well. You could be dreaming that you're in a battle and you're fighting. This will tend to happen when you're in that energy if you feel like you're stuck and you don't necessarily know what move to make next, where you feel a bit lost. I said which move to make next, but it sounded like nest. So you're wanting to create that nest for you and for your future children, and you will have a beautiful home. What else, Spirit? And it's in the energy. It's in the external reality, sure, but it's in the energy of the homeliness, the beautiful home. Can I get another card for pile 5 when it comes to this Spirit baby reading? We have Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. So you have a very, very powerful psychic nature, which is why they were talking about intuition, how you need to strengthen it like you would work out in the gym to strengthen your muscles. That's all it is. You need to strengthen your intuition. Then it turns into that prophetic nature. But this Spirit baby, these group of Spirit babies coming through for this pile, they're going to be born with a very, very powerful and prominent clairvoyance. Very powerful sight and seeing. They're going to be telling you things before they happen. A lot of them are going to see angels. They're also going to see demons, but they're going to be able to see angels that walk with other people because they're putting up Kyle Gray within my mind. He's like the angel expert within the UK and he has a lot of oracle. This is his oracle deck, right? This is his oracle deck that I'm using right now. So maybe this child has a purpose of being both a clairvoyant, a psychic medium, assisting people and connecting more to their spiritual gifts and to the spiritual world. It's like they're acting as this bridge between this world, this physical density, and the spirit world. They're acting as a bridge, but they're going to be creating things, tools for people to use. They're going to be physical tools, but are to do with spirit. You want one more card from this deck for pile 5, please, Spirit. This one. This one here is Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So they're wanting you to trust and tap into your own Messiah. Everybody has an inner Messiah and inner guru. Everybody has the potential to develop their intuition to a psychic gift, to a mediumship ability. Doesn't mean that everybody's supposed to be doing this, what I'm doing, and being a psychic medium and working in the spiritual community. But every single human being has an intuition, and we all need to be tapping into this more. We need to be awakening our sixth sense. I'm being shown the movie The Sixth Sense, but we all need to be awakening our sixth sense, because every single human being has the potential to completely rise up into their messiahhood. I'm hearing messiahhood, and now the spirit baby is pointing to Jesus Christ. You guys could have been raised in a Christian household, or maybe you're just very, very connected to Christ consciousness, and you understand that Jesus was the example for humanity to rise up into and to be. But this is who this child is. They're very, very ascended. It's given ascended master energy. And I've often channeled in a lot of my spirit baby readings. There's a certain group of spirit babies. They're in a vault. It's in there's a vault on the spirit, in the spirit realm, God's vault, and these spirit babies in there. It can't be opened by anybody else. I can't open it. Only God can open this vault, and these spirit babies can open this vault to come out and come through. But there's this very powerful group of souls who are very, very ascended, who are going to teach us to connect with the heart, to connect with unity in Christ consciousness. This group, this spirit baby is coming from this vault. A lot of you could be older in age as well, like connected to the Mary Magdalene bloodline, or just her pathway where you have children later in life. And she had children with Jesus Christ, with her divine counterpart. So I feel like you guys would have been on that ascension pathway in this lifetime. And what else, Spirit? They're saying don't be afraid of your psychic nature, of your gifts. Don't be afraid. I mean, you're a soul having a human experience. You know, so when you sit down and think about that, it's all quite crazy, and it can be hard to understand when it comes to the human side, the logical mind. Can I get a few cards from this deck? Thank you. Our Lady of Innocence. So again, look, you see here the heart. You've really tapped into the Christ consciousness and innocence and purity. And the fact that you are this powerful soul, this powerful being, you've come here to play your role in this earthly realm, in this lifetime. And you were doing just that. Or you're about to do just that. You're about to step onto this path, because you're going to be leading this child. So they need you to be coming into your inner guru. Because then you're going to understand them more. You'll be able to relate to them more. You'll be able to best guide them. Have that know-how, how to best guide them. We have here Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries. So you also won't be afraid. You'll be doing that inner work, and you're connecting to your light, but you're not afraid of the shadow. You're not afraid of demons or all these psychic attacks going on, because you know that you pray. You ask your archangels, your ancestors, your spiritual core, and the Most High to protect you. Again, divine intervention keeps coming through. So do pray and ask for a divine intervention. Ask and you shall receive. But it's like you're tapping into both sides of yourself. Your lower nature, your higher nature, your divine masculine, your divine feminine. And you're choosing to walk a path in the middle, the path of the heart, the path of Christ. Which is what this is all about, coming to this earthly realm. What else, Spirit, for pile 5? Can I get one more card from this deck? This one. We have Our Lady of the Ripening on the Vine. It's like you guys as well. You could be looking back at yourself in the past. It's like past, present, and the future, and how it's all happening simultaneously, and how we do have parallel lives and parallel selves. It's like you could be having a lot of matrix glitches, and you're seeing your future self, but you could also be seeing you on different timelines, on lower timelines. You could be seeing like how you could have ended up. It's given a sliding doors moment, and there's a movie called Sliding Doors, which is coming through as significant. But it's like it could have gone this way, and it will be going this way. You have the potential to be going this way, but you're sitting here in the middle, in the present moment. This is helping you to ground, and this is when you're going to get that clearer vision of how to take the steps to get to that higher timeline, that future self, that destined timeline, or that parallel you that's on a better timeline. And we have here the nest. We also have a bird. Hold on, someone's phoning me. Yeah, we have the nest and we have the bird, and you see down here we have their home. So you guys could be moving, but again, this is that confirmation that you guys will be creating a very, very loving home that has Christ within it. It has God first and foremost within your home and within your partnership with your person, but also with your child. And this is what they need, because this is going to assist them in walking that yellow brick road path, and being confident and being their authentic self, because their gifts are very, very powerful. They see a lot. It's like, this is what they see when they look at other people. They see all these different things within their aura. They are going to be able to see angels and demons, just the spirit world at large, but they see things within people's energies and auras, and they get this. It's like they look at people and a whole picture has been painted. They're going to be seeing a lot, and they'll speak on it, and they don't. So you need to be careful of like kind of shutting down their gift, because that'll be very detrimental to them in their path, and shutting down their gift. Because sometimes they may say things, you know, sometimes when you hear the truth and it can be a bit like upsetting or triggering or make you feel uncomfortable. This soul is going to be very, very big on saying the truth. That's what is coming through. It's given like the truth hurts sometimes. It makes us feel uncomfortable, but the truth is God, and we need to hear the truth. We have here, because it's going to set you free. The truth will always set you free. We have dragon. So you guys could be seeing dragons everywhere. Dragons as well, they're connected to not just mythology. There's a lot of people who believe that dragons did actually exist, and they are still here. And they're assisting us at present. And there's been people who've been having like sightings of dragons more recently. That's coming through. So I feel like you guys will be very interested in like conspiracy theories and different mythology, because you know that a lot of it has truth. A lot of it is actually rooted in truth. And it's like these truths are coming to light right now, which is why a lot of these souls who are in this vault, who are very, very ascended, it's now the right time for them to be coming through. It's the right consciousness. The consciousness of humanity as a whole had to be on a certain level. And this is what they were waiting for to come through. So it wasn't just about you and your partner and like their village, so your family and friends, that had to be on the right energy and frequency. It's humanity as a whole. We have here TV commercial. Even if there are delays that happen in life, particularly when it comes to like the birth of a child, that's always divinely orchestrated. It's always divinely designed. What else, Spirit? We have here, so let's say you guys were dealing, this is coming through, you were dealing with psychic attacks and had that spirit of delay. It didn't want you, there was a battle on when it came to your womb and you guys conceiving, and maybe they were supposed to come through at a certain point. They're not just gonna, when this battle ends and now it's the road has been cleared and has been open, they're not just gonna come through then. They again will need to come through on a specific birth date, because their birth chart and the synastry they're born into, it needs to be very, very specific for who they're supposed to become in that lifetime. We have lion. So Leo season could be very significant, but also lions, you guys could feel very connected to the energy of the lion. It's given a proud and a pride energy. So it's those animals that are connected to like the herd and the pride. This is what's coming through. So you guys are big on togetherness and unity. This is what this soul needs to be born into. We have fairies. So again, it's like fairies, part of the elemental realm. So it's mythology, but also that it's rooted in truth that you are big believers of. And so with this spirit baby B. And I feel like you guys could have gone down a lot of rabbit holes and started researching all these different conspiracies and reading up on mythology. Like quite recently, maybe in recent years, because this is that spirit baby's effect. Because they will be around you, so they'll be tethering to your energy body and they'll be activating certain parts of you. And I feel like they've been doing this. It's like they're pointing to different rabbit holes. They're like, go down here, and then this one, and then this one. And they're pointing to different conspiracy theories. They actually aren't conspiracy theories. They are truth. We have puppy. You guys could be animal lovers. Maybe you have a lot of pets. It could be a dream of yours as well to like kind of live on a farm. Or have a lot of, have a big garden or some land where your pets and these animals can run free. And I feel like this spirit baby coming through, they're going to be very, very gentle when it comes to people, but also particularly when it comes to animals. They may feel more connected to animals. They're talking about the telepathic connection. So they have that telepathic connection with animals. And with humans, that's a bit harder to kind of have that connection, because a lot of humans haven't awoken their higher mind, haven't awoken to that point. This child is very, very powerful. We have here purple, yeah, and purple is connected to the higher chakras. So that's the third eye, the crown, the higher chakras is what they're connected to. Purple could be a favorite color of the spirit baby, and maybe of yours as well. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more? Thank you. We have sandbox. You guys could live near a beach and live near the sea, or maybe you're wanting to live near a beach and a sea. It's like you want to be where your children can be outdoors. But these footprints is here. I'm seeing as like toddler footprints, but I'm also seeing like animal footprints, like a doggy paw prints as well. So maybe you're seeing images of little like toddler feet, but also of like animal feet as well. But this is what you're wanting to see in your future, and you will. You could be taking a photo of this, of your child's feet, and it could also have like your pet's feet next to them in the sand. And you guys take a photo of this, you could have it up in your home. It's a very beautiful photo. We're going to get a divine door for you guys. So can I get a divine door for pile 5? A divine door for pile 5. Thank you. We have inner power. Be your own command. You brought yourself here. At this moment in life, you have nothing to fear. Yes, the spirit are reminding you, you've got yourself this far. Is that a 12? No, it's a 42. I saw 12. So you could be seeing 12, the angel number 12 everywhere. Maybe some of you guys are in your early 40s and you know that this child is still destined to be coming through you at this age. Again, there's something very significant about these kind of souls who are in this vault, these ascended souls, coming through older women. And these women are connected to Mary Magdalene bloodline, or they're connected to her life path. And she had children with Christ, with her divine counterpart, later in life. That's what's coming through. Some of you guys could be having 2 children a bit later in life. So you could be in your late 30s and then you're in your 40s and you'll be having 2 more children that will be coming through you. But they needed to be raised when you were in this age, because you have more maturity, you have more wisdom, you have more experience. You know who you are. And if you had these children at an early age, let's say like in your mid-20s, you would have been afraid of their gifts. And they wouldn't have even been able to come through that. They're saying that's not even possible. Like, I bring this up. That's not even possible because the consciousness wasn't right. And that would have been detrimental to them because it would have set them back. Because people would have been scared of them and you would have been scared of their nature. It's just the fact that they speak the truth. So sometimes I'm saying this, like, don't be afraid of their gifts. I'm not saying they're going to come through, point to an object and move it with their finger and move it with their mind. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about they're going to be speaking the truth. You need to be open to the truth. You'll be surprised the amount of people that are afraid of their own power, that are afraid of truth, and they're afraid of hearing truth from other people. They kind of get all up in their feelings. The spirit baby doesn't need that. It needs mature parents. This deck, no. Is that it? Okay, they're saying that's it for pile 5. I hope that resonate with somebody out there. If you do want a personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below. Pile 6, I hope you are well. Welcome to your reading. So you chose this crystal here. I'm going to leave this here for you guys and we're going to get right into your reading. So already I was being shown like a marketplace, and then the spirit baby will kind of point into Turkey, and then they will point into my bracelet. So it's got this bracelet here, it's got the evil eye symbol. So obviously the evil eye symbol is connected to Turkey, so you guys could have that within your bloodline, your heritage. Maybe you're from there, maybe you love to visit that country, but you could just also really connect with the evil eye symbol. Maybe you wear jewelry that's similar to this, so you could keep this symbol within your home. That's coming through for somebody. But your poem here says, 1717, Mummy, Daddy, you are a dream. Such a gentle heart that many have tried tearing apart. This is what they don't understand. Purity isn't weak, just as innocence isn't naive. God will always defend the kindness of man. A cold, detached heart knows not of courage or real strength. This test has been an unpredictable length, which you have passed by not blocking your heart. Powerful activations will begin to start. Carry on playing your part. I'll be with you soon around the new moon. So this card here, you could be seeing 1717 everywhere, that angel number, which is connected to you owning your magic and stepping into your magic and your path. So I feel like you guys would have been trying to manifest and reach a certain goal for years. Maybe for some of you, it could have well have been 17 years. Or maybe this is a dream and a goal that you had when you were 17 years old that is coming through. But you're about to reach that. You're about to walk through that portal. They're showing me a portal, not a door. You're about to walk through a portal. It's like you're already seeing the portal. You've got your eye on the portal. You've been seeing it in the corner of your eye. Like making sure you're really ready, and your spiritual core are making sure you're really ready, because this is going to be a huge shift, a huge reality shift, and a huge shift in terms of your internal world and your perception, how you see yourself and how you see the world at large. That's what's coming through with this card here. This spirit baby that's coming through for this group, they're going to be very, very kind, and I feel like you'll be teaching them to put up boundaries and put up walls, because you're going to notice from a young age they're going to be very kind and giving. They're going to always be wanting to share and always be wanting to see other people laugh and put a smile on other people's faces. So you know toddlers go through that age where they're kind of like mine, they don't want to share anything. If you touch one of their toys, they're like, no, That's mine. Even if you're holding something that's yours, they're like, mine. They're trying to grab for it. That it's like they won't necessarily have that stage or have it to the extent that most toddlers do. It's coming through. They'll be quick to like wanting to give and share their toys and their food as well with other people. What else, Spirit? Can I get 2 more poems for pile 6? 2 more poems. That's way too many. 2 more poems for pile 6, please. What do they most need to hear for this Spirit Baby reading? Thank you. You have 3. So the first one here says, 888, generational wealth is on the way. I'll always have a lot to say. There's so much going on in my little brain. Once I'm born, nothing will be the same. You feel it too, that I'm destined for fame. Not in a materialistic but godly ordained way. More than a monthly lump sum, I am the one our ancestors chose to guide out of poverty and into a nice home. So angel numbers have come through on the 2 of these poems here. So you guys could be seeing 1717 but 888. And this is just that confirmation of the message that was coming through at first about you guys walking through that portal. It's going to completely shift your reality. This is going to include abundance, because this portal is leading you. It's like fast tracking you onto your destined, your better timeline, your highest timeline for this lifetime. Obviously we can always work to move higher, but this is given, this is there, this is up there with your destiny. You're moving onto that timeline. They're giving that confirmation for you, and now this Spirit Baby could come through, because they're supposed to be born they're there with the money. They're supposed to be born into money, but not just money, because when it comes to abundance, it could be many things. It could be abundant in your mindset, it could be abundant in your energy, and the fact that you feel complete, you feel whole, you feel at peace within yourself. Because there's so many people in this world who feel lost, who feel like they're broken, they're fragmented, but you've put yourself back together again, because I'm being shown Humpty Dumpty. So now this Spirit Baby can come through and join you, because you're in that right energy, you're on that right timeline. And we have here oh, what beautiful luscious hair, as they stop and stare, so thick and long, won't go through mummy's tongs. We'll make hair tutorials together. It was so fun. I love being mummy's dolly. My name could be Polly, or you'll nickname me Jolly. Installed with self-love and protection from above. It's the God in me, that's what you want me to believe. My light shines through just like it does in you. Some of you guys could be writers, because I was hearing I love when poems rhyme, or I love when things rhyme. So you guys could be writers, or like maybe you write children's books. That's always been like your dream. You could do this when this child comes through. When they come through, you could be like prompted to write a child's book, and maybe it's like kind of basically like a book that is targeted at your child, but it would do very, very well, and other people will feel a resonance with it. Other people's children will feel a resonance with it, because remember, when we're born, we're coming through in generations, and we're coming through in groups, souls groups, and we're coming through in waves. So this Spirit Baby is pointing to their souls group, and the fact that there's a huge chunk of them coming in waves, and now they're saying baby boomers. So like that generation after the war, Spirit are reminding here that we are in World War III. We're already in World War III. People are talking about it. We're in it. We've been in it. We're at the peak of World War III, and it's a war on the mind. It's a war in the spirit. A war on the spirit. That's what's coming through. So there's a huge wave of children are now being born now, because it may not look like it, but the side of the good, or the side of those who are choosing to ascend, who are connected to their hearts and Christ consciousness, who want better for themselves and for humanity, who want unity, that side is winning. It may not look like it, because the foundations and the old ways of doing things and being have to fall and crumble before we can build anew. So we're in the middle of that crumbling, so it does look like chaos. And we have here, I won't cause you stress, but I will cause a trail of mess. Scatterbrained, that's what Daddy says. When he's being cheeky, I will have a gap in my 2 front teethies. And be needy, but Mummy doesn't mind. She loves affection and says I'm so kind. A pay rise is coming to give you peace of mind. When I'm newborn, my big brother will be intrigued by my sight. Why is he cross-eyed, he asked. Daddy says you were too in the past. The focus will come. Now do you want to help me change his bum? At this point, my big brother will run. So you guys could already have a child. You could already have a boy for some of you. Some of you could have the gap in your teeth, and you could have been told when you were a child, like, that's auspicious. That means you're going to be rich. You're going to come into money and wealth when you're older. You could have been thinking back to this like quite recently, because you're about to walk through that portal. Abundance is about to be coming in. You could also have auspicious things about you. They're pointing to the nose now, but it's like particularly to do with your face. Like the first thing people see, it could be something about you connected to your culture that's very auspicious, that's very lucky. They are saying here. Which deck do you want to start with? This one. So can I get some messages from this deck for pile 6? We have, stop watching the same part of your movie over and over. You're never going to get to the good part if you keep rewinding it. So they want you to completely let go and let God. Let go of the past. That's not you anymore. You've completely moved into a different timeline. So you need to let go of the old versions of yourselves, and maybe the old mask that you thought you had to wear, or the way that you thought you had to be. because you don't need to be doing that anymore. You can fully step into your authentic self and your authentic path. They're saying yes, even in a 9 to 5. I'm hearing stick it to the man. Stick it to the man. What else, Spirit? We have Archangel Chamuel says your sacral chakra is blocked. Trust in yourself, so healthy love, friendships and creativity will flow to you. So they're asking you to do a bit more work. They're saying at your core, when it comes to your core, so your sacral chakra, but also your solar plexus, it's your willpower and your voice. Then what you're using your voice more. Your voice is very powerful. I feel like you guys could be people who pray for other people, like lay hands on, like healing hands on other people. You're more powerful than you know, but this is what you're starting to realize and wake up to. Some of you will be upping your price. Like if you have your own entrepreneurship, your own business, you're going to be putting your prices up. Or maybe you're just like on the energy level and in the spirit, you're putting your price up on yourself when it comes to your time and energy. I'm hearing a yep. So a lot of you are agreeing. You're like, yep, you're nodding along. I'll be doing this. You're not just giving your time and energy so freely anymore, because you know that time and energy, that's money, and not just money. That's to do with your abundance. When you're pouring too much into other people, you're giving yourself away. You're giving your power away. And you need to be first and foremost pouring into yourself, because you're no use to other people if your cup is not full, if your cup isn't overflowing. You're of no use to other people. They want you to focus on your as I've said, that you can't expect to always be there for everyone if you can't be there for yourself. I think it's time for me time. So they're wanting you to pour completely back into you. Go on that weekend spa break, I'm hearing. Take yourself away. Go on a staycation or take yourself abroad where you can do. Even if it's just for a few days, just for a weekend. They want you to really be in your own energy and soak up the energy that is you. Soak up your abundance and your power, because you have a lot of very high vibrational energy. You're a high vibrational person. You were born that way. I feel like you were born into a higher vibration, like not obviously with your parents. Each generation is supposed to be more involved, but they're even pointing kind of like to your siblings and maybe like your cousins or the peers and the kids around you. You were always of a higher vibration. This is what you're just realizing now. We have Mama Daddy. The rocket ship of love is getting ready for takeoff. Are you ready for this super fun ride? Buckle up. They're asking you, are you ready to walk through that portal? You're like, fuck yes. You're running through it. You're not just walking through it. You're like, yep, I was born ready. I was born for this. So you're going to be moving fast now when it comes to new opportunities and beginnings and people you're meeting in your life now. Things are going to be moving faster because you know that you have that discernment and you can trust yourself. And if anyone's coming in with ill intentions, whether this is platonic or romantic, I'm also hearing family. You know who these people are. You can see it straight away. You can smell it. You can smell the ill intentions within their aura and being shown coming off of them. So this could be connected to your clairsentience, it's called, when you have the clear smelling that is coming through. So you guys could be you can smell like passed over loved ones, like how they used to smell their perfume, or like a certain flower that was connected to them that's coming through, or a certain incense, because now I'm smelling incense and I don't have any burning at present. But they're bringing up a memory of when I used to work at a call centre. This is when my gifts were first awakening, and it is actually when I used to see this number everywhere, 1717. It would literally slap me in the face. And one time I had someone call up and they're giving me their credit card number, and it was 1s and 7s, and I was like, that's not a credit card number. We're in the UK anyway. I was like, that's not even possible. And it went through and it worked. I was like, spirit. Because I knew they were really trying to get my attention with that number. So that number is significant for you guys. But also when I was talking to people on the phone, when I was in this call centre, I could like smell sometimes the other person. And one time I was like to the person, are you eating a cherry drop? And they kind of just stopped. They were like, yeah. I was like, I can smell it through the phone, but that's coming through. So you guys, I feel like that gift has been awakening within you. What else do pile 6 need to hear, please, spirit? And this is that spirit baby, like kind of connecting to your energy body. They're assisting this gifts and awakening within you because they're very, very powerful, and obviously you're going to be leading them. It's like these spirit babies coming through now. They need parents to be on the same wavelength. Whereas before it was more about children who were coming through in waves. They were coming through to get shit done, the bloodline. They were coming through to be born into those karmic trenches and be going through all this baggage that the parents and the grandparents, the great-grandparents weren't going through and was passed down. They were coming through to clear that. It's like a lot of this has been cleared. Obviously it's still going on. This is Earth. This is the Earth School. But I'm talking to groups of you who've been doing this work. You've been on this ascension pathway. So now you're bringing through these very, very powerful souls who need to be raised in a certain way, need to be raised by people who are mature, who are open-minded, who have firstly been doing the work that these spirit babies will also be doing going forward, but in a different way. What else, spirit? They're going to be teaching us a lot as well about what it is to be human and about accessing our higher minds and using more of our brain percentage, they're saying. for this pile. We have Our Lady of Resurrection, and I love that the owls come out here because the owl is very, very wise. They represent wisdom, but also I'm hearing night owl, so you guys could be night owls. You could really enjoy being up late and kind of being out and about when it's dark outside. Maybe you live somewhere that's very, very hot during the day, and then at night time it gets cooler, and this is when, like, where you live in this city comes alive. That's coming through for someone. But you could be seeing owls everywhere. But you hold a lot of wisdom, and this child, this spirit baby, is going to hold so much wisdom. And they're excited to come through and share it with you and teach you. I'm hearing sharing is caring. So they're going to be very, very kind in sharing. And this isn't just things that they have, like material items. This is their time and energy. And this is their truth. And this is their wisdom they're going to be sharing. And you're the same way inclined. They could have a significant birthmark on their face. Particularly I'm getting around the forehead area, like Harry Potter. They're saying like Harry Potter, they could have like kissed by an angel, like a strawberry birthmark on their face or on their neck. We have here kind of like a hickey. I've been shown on someone that kind of looks like a hickey. Maybe some of you guys have a hickey at present and you noticed it looks like you've been kissed by an angel. We have here Our Lady of Soul Birth. That confirmation, you will be holding them. They will be coming through. This is coming through for someone. You will be holding your baby, your newborn baby. You will nurture them. You will love on them. You will dote on them. They are supposed to be born in the physical. Some of you guys could be noticing your physicality is changing. Maybe it's where you've been doing the energetic work and you're noticing you're losing weight in certain places, but other places you're gaining weight. And they do say, like, for women, when she steps into her priestess, and when she steps into her oracle hood, it's like the boobs grow, or the hips kind of change. And obviously when you're pregnant, you have a child coming through, the body will change to... What the hell? I thought I saw a spider. I hate spiders. Hold on. There was no physical spider, but I literally saw a spider walk across the floor, but there was nothing there when I've checked. Definitely nothing there. So that happened like clairvoyantly. So you guys could be seeing spiders everywhere. Maybe you're dreaming spiders. And you know when you're like first drifting off, maybe you're waking up in the morning, you could kind of see like a spider, like maybe within your third eye. For some of you, you will need to go into meditation and do a cleanse and make sure there's no energy leaks and there's no parasites. Or because sometimes these parasites in the ethereal, they can kind of look like spiders. They can kind of feed off of your energy to make sure there's none of that going on within your auric field. But for a lot of you, I feel like you will be connecting to the spider spirit animal. Maybe you love spiders, but that freaked me out because I don't like spiders. It's like crawling at me. But that was coming through for someone. Maybe that happened to you. You feel like you saw a spider, but there was nothing there. You feel like you see things at the corner of your eye, but it's not actually physically there. It's in the spirit. We have Our Lady of Soul Birth. But you're also in that energy of pulling things into your web and pulling things towards you. So they're saying be careful what you ask for and be careful what you wish for, because your mind right now is very, very powerful. Your auric field right now is very, very powerful. So you think of something, it's like it's instantly going to happen. So you want to be making sure you're keeping your thoughts as high vibrational as you possibly can and be rebuking those intrusive, strange thoughts that probably aren't even yours. And what else, Spirit? Can I get one more card from this deck for the collective? Thank you. We have Our Lady of Comfort. This is beautiful. I feel like a lot of you guys, you found your person, your divine counterpart, and you feel very much at home with yourself and with them. It's given very, very bonded and very connected. I'm hearing twin hearts and twin souls. So you guys could be with your twin flame. You can both hold that blueprint. So when I speak of the twin flame blueprint, it's a divine counterpart. It's a higher level of commitment, but you both would have been on that ascension pathway, because twin flame blueprint is a pathway to ascension. So you could have gone through a lot when it comes to your love life. Maybe you're always dealing with different karmic partners. I feel like my throat was about to choke up there. Yes, you could have dealt with different karmic partners that maybe you felt like you couldn't be yourself with, you couldn't communicate, because when you're around an abuser, they say that this messes up, it plays with your throat chakra. So you always felt like you couldn't speak up, and the others of you could have just had that experience where your love life maybe was very unlucky. They just never got off the ground. But again, that's the similar pathway that you have to go through. And now you're meeting your person. If you haven't met them yet, you're about to meet your person, and your ancestors can't wait for you and this person to come together. For those of you who are already in union, your ancestors on both sides are so happy that you found each other and you chose each other. Because it's not just about the soul level. We're humans and we have free will. So the humans have to choose each other as well and continue to choose each other going forward, which you and your partner will do. It's a very, very powerful bond. It's going to be beautiful for this spirit baby to be raised in and see. They're going to see these waves of love that is coming between you. I feel like this spirit baby is going to have the ability to see auras. Like they see auras like this, like these different colours and these different energies around people. Very, very powerful. But they're going to see the aura that when you and your partner come together, what it creates and what it looks like in the energy body, they're going to see it. And you see here the contracts. So this is you, this is your partner, this is your spirit baby. You are so contracted for them to be coming through in this lifetime. For some of you, it's going to be an ancestor of either you or your partner reincarnated and coming through. But they're wanting you here to see this, these contracts. They were contracted to come through. You will be holding them. So some of you could have battles when it comes to your fertility and you conceiving. Some of you could be using IVF. That's coming through in this pile, IVF, like a medical assistance. I'm hearing a gene, something to do with genes, gene therapy. What else, Spirit, for pile 6? And what else does pile 6 need to hear right now? You guys could also be seeing repeating 2s everywhere. Maybe this spirit baby will be born on the 22nd of a certain month. We have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Again, there's something about hearts that are very significant. So you guys could be seeing hearts everywhere, particularly hearts that are on fire, or a heart that has a cupid arrow, and also a heart that has a lightning bolt out of it. That could also be a tattoo that somebody has. But there's a lot of love that you have for yourself. A lot of love you have for self that you pour into you, that you will also be pouring into this spirit baby. They're going to be embedded with such like trust and faith and hope in who they are and their life path going forward. You're going to have a very strong faith within your home that you're going to teach this child. Do I want to get some signs? Yes, I do. So what signs do pile 6 need to hear, Spirit? They're saying look out for rockets as well. Fruit. I feel like this card's come out in every single pile, so maybe everyone needs to start eating more fruit. But the fruit has come out again. This could be like a huge craving that you have while pregnant, or what your partner has while pregnant. I feel like the spirit babies are wanting us to be very, very mindful as well of what we're putting into our bodies and what we're eating. We have a bunny. So you guys could be seeing bunny rabbits everywhere. Obviously, bunnies represent spring, fertility, rebirth. And it's a white bunny, so that's purity, innocence, spirit. We have a whale. I love this. I'm listening to dolphin and whale music right now. I always recommend that helps you connect with your spirit baby, but also those of you who will be carrying them in your womb to listen to whale sounds, because the babies love that. That's coming through. Some of you guys could be destined to be having twins. IVF did come through with this pile, so it's more common with medical assistance that multiple birth happens, but there are more happen naturally. Red, so this connects to the root chakra. I also connect red and blue to Archangel Michael, and they say red as well. So they say like the blue, actually the baby blue is actually more connected to the divine feminine energy. That's like the Mother Mary color. And then it's the red that is actually more connected to the divine masculine energy. So for some of you, this could be a boy that is coming through here, but red could be a favorite color of yours. I'm hearing a call to action. It's like you're having a call to action. What else, Spirit? Can I get a few more signs for pile 6? We have magazines. So I feel like you'll be seeing what your baby may potentially look like on magazines or billboards, or when you're out and about, when it comes to like adverts for things like Pampers or like some sort of like baby advert. Again, I feel like I have something on me, but there was definitely no spider. Maybe you guys, like, well, when you were watching this video, it could have been a spider in your house. You, again, could have seen something with your third eye and it wasn't actually physically there. Or for some of you, you need to making sure that you cleanse your aura, push out any leeches or any of those spider things that kind of leech off your energy. Push those out and away from you. We have here Ladybug. So this is Lady Luck that is coming here. So you guys are moving into your lucky energy, but you know it's not luck. It's all of the inner work that you have been doing. So this is your spiritual inheritance coming through, and maybe a bit of luck. We welcome luck coming in as well. But you guys could be seeing ladybugs everywhere. You guys could have, some of you could be afraid of spiders as well. You could have felt like you could have just had a spider on you like before you watched this reading, or this will happen like after the reading. Sorry to say it to someone who's afraid of spiders, but this was coming through because my hair just moved and I felt like it was one on me. I think they're just reiterating the message for those of you who do need to do an aura cleanse. And we have Wizard of Oz, and that flew out with Kite. So you guys are moving to higher heights. You're definitely moving up in vibration to keep doing the work that you've been doing, and keep stepping into your authority. They're saying step into your authority, use your voice, put those boundaries up. Know who you are and where your energy is going, and make sure you know if you have any energy leaks within your aura. So do an aura cleanse, put on some frequency music that assists you in going into meditation, and ask your aura to show itself to you, and ask your aura to show you where there's any energy leaks, where there's any holes, where there could be any leeches that they can look like spiders in the ethereal realm, or like parasites. They can look like that attached to your auric field. You want to push those away, and you want to fill any holes or any energy leaks you have up with holy light. You can ask Archangel Michael, call Archangel Michael in to assist you with that. But you are walking your yellow brick road path, and now this spirit baby can come through Earthside to the physical density and join you on this path. But that's all the messages coming through for pile 6. I hope that they resonate with someone out there. If you do want your own personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below.